Hello, 1 2 1 2. Hello, Ramon.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Mike, I guess on mic 1. Testing. Sounds okay to me.
Steve on mic 2. Steve on mic 2.
Testing mic 1.
Mic 2. Mic 2. Mic 2. Mic 2.
Are we good?
Here for the 2024 men's NPL Victoria season. Heidelberg and Hume have honed their craft, guile and team solidity over a long pre-season and 26 rounds of league football. They arrive here tonight with high hopes of a semi-final berth next week against South Melbourne or Avondale. And as the players come out, we're going to pause in a moment for a minute silence to honour the passing of a great of Victorian football, Jimmy Armstrong, a Scottish-born attacker who came out to Melbourne. And he was a legend for the South Melbourne Football Club, and fittingly he will be honoured here with the moment's silence before we get started in this elimination final between Heidelberg United and Hume City. And we will pause for that moment's silence in honour of Jimmy Armstrong now. An impeccably observed minute silence by everyone here in attendance at Olympic Village. And on behalf of the broadcast team, we extend our condolences to the friends, family, former teammates as well of Jimmy Armstrong, a great goal scorer for South Melbourne. And fittingly, he is honoured here before kick-off in the elimination final tonight between Heidelberg United and Hume City. It's Steve Curtin and Adam Sarakoglu on the call for you tonight. Very good evening to you, Adam, and welcome to the broadcast position. It's a fantastic spot we're going to be coming to you live from on the NPL Victoria live stream tonight. Looking forward to this one.
Hello, Stephen. Hello, everyone that is tuned in. It is a great view that we have for a game that I'm very much looking forward to here. One of the most exciting teams in NPL Victoria against a team that is just about unstoppable here at the OV. So I can't wait for this one, Stephen.
Let's have a look at those team lineups. And for John Anastasiadis' Heidelberg United, they're unbeaten in their last 5 since a shock loss at Churchill Reserve against St Albans. They're 4 wins in a draw in those last 5 league fixtures. Not to mention as well, on top of that, a fantastic win against the treble-winning Central Coast Mariners at this same venue in the national round of 32 in the Australia Cup. And they make no change to the side that defeated Dandenong City by 3-0 in round 26 of the competition. So that sees them resume with Yaron Souza in between the posts. The back 4 featuring Jamal Ali and Adrian Zara as the fullbacks, Aidan Federhajic and Ben Collins, the central defenders. In front of them in midfield is Anthony Lesiotis and Mo Aidara. Playing in the number 10 role again is Asahi Yokokawa. The front 3, Nick Olsen, Josh Pinn and Sebit Nyor. So a formidable lineup there, and with winning form, JA saw no need to change it.
2 changes for David Chick and Hume City after going down 3-1 at Oakley in the final round of the regular season. So Fletcher McFarlane coming in for Tomas Maricic, And Mikhail Platt gets the nod up front ahead of Joshua Galevsky, who is on the bench this evening. Michael Weir in goal, as always, now for Hume City. And we'll have Fletcher, McFarlane, Harry Ascroft, and Lockie Weir from the back. Further up, we have Mark Ocheng, Josh O'Kane, Oscar Carlson on the wings. Obviously, the two-pronged attack with 28 goals between them in NPL Victoria, Lloyd Isgrove and Amir Abdallah, with Josh Bingham and Mikhail Platt available up front, as well as we get set for kickoff. Finals underway in season 2024 in NPL Victoria, and it is quite windy here at Olympic Village and a little chilly as well. The pitch in magnificent condition here. Idara switching over. Have had a fair bit of rain throughout the late afternoon here in Melbourne, but conditions right now, just apart from some winds, pretty good as we kick off the postseason here in NPL Victoria. And here is Lloyd Isgrove, scored his 14th goal of the season against Oakley last weekend. It's a bit gnaw what an outstanding addition he has been for Johnny A in the second half of the season.
He certainly has been coming in and making a huge impact. 4 goals in the league since arriving. Fantastic acquisition for John Anastasiadis to add to a squad that was already brimming with talent. And looking at the bench tonight as well, Leo Marzis, Dom Fowler, Kane Shepherd, Anthony Theodoropoulos, Sean Ellis, and the sub goalkeeper Ryan Govan. So there's plenty of depth as the red and white army on the far side start to make some noise for the visitors. Hume City, who line up in their home kits tonight. Looks an absolute picture out there, a fantastic playing surface. Both teams in their home kits, the yellow and black of Heidelberg, playing to the southern road and the city end of the venue. And it is Hume City in the all red. They're playing to the left of your screen at home, the Bundoora end of the venue. Ross Clark is the man in the middle tonight who's been charged with looking after things. And one of his first actions here is going to be calling the Heidelberg trainer out there to the far side, because we have got an injury concern in the opening couple of minutes here, Adam.
We do. If we can try to get some sort of replay on it and try to bring some news on exactly what has happened out there. 2 draws between these two in the regular season in NPL Victoria. 2 of the better games we saw throughout the season. Most recently, a 1-1 draw here at Olympic Village. That was only a couple weeks ago, and a really entertaining 2-2 draw at Hume City Stadium earlier this year, Steve. We are obviously experiencing a very early delay in this game on that outer side.
So it's Nick Olsen who's the player who's gone down. So looks like he's in a little bit of pain at the moment. So not the start that Heidelberg wanted. Their star winger has been in really good form this season.
No real movement on the Heidelberg bench here at the moment. Looks like he will be okay and up on his feet now. It is Ross Clark in charge of proceedings here in this first elimination final. I suppose technically the second elimination final officially on the fixture. First to kick off.
Yeah, just looking at that replay, not a lot in it. Just played the ball inside and tried to make the run off the ball and went to ground. Just a bit awkwardly. Might have got the knock on the knee perhaps, Adam. So hopefully it's something that he'll be able to run off quickly and continue to perform well this evening.
Just being attended to now. We'll be out there shortly. Back out there now. We're back to 11 v11, and it is very, very gusty here. It is blowing toward the right of screen here in this first half. That is the end to which Heidelberg United will attack. They come from the back once more. This is Ben Collins. Jamal Ali. His first touch just a little too heavy. Isgrove was in the area. It'll be claimed by Lockie Weir.
We'll have a look at those subs for Hume City for David Chickside now, as David Nor's on the attack here on the bench tonight. Jackson Riley, the sub keeper, Umit Bosdowan, Josh Godlevsky, who started last week, dropping to the bench tonight. Mehmet Oysel, also Carl Imanzi, and Naboya Eze, who came on and made the most of his opportunity last week. The young boy from Albury Wodonga, who come through the system at Murray United. spent some time over in the Western United Academy, and another good, really handy pick-up in the mid-season for David Chick's side. Heidelberg enjoying the bulk of the possession so far, as we might have expected. Here's Ben Collins striding over the halfway line, and Jamal Ali was the target of the pass, but with the wind behind his back there, Ben Collins really overhit that one.
Of course, Stephen, interesting little side plot to all of this, especially if the result of this is going to be known with a fair bit of time remaining, is that both teams are in action midweek in the Australia Cup. That's just one thing to be mindful of, and already a big strike from Yokokawa, and we had to tip it over the crossbar. Asai Yokokawa, we know what he's capable of from distance.
Oh, we've seen him score from long range this season, and with the breeze behind his back there, decided to pull the trigger. Make sure Michael Weir was on his toes. The first shot fired in anger tonight, and it was a decent one by Asahi Yokokawa. From all of 30 yards, Big Mike having to backpedal and tip it over the bar. So we await the taking of this corner kick. You can see the corner flag there rippling in the breeze. It's blowing diagonally across. This one should hold up in the air. Doesn't quite make it past the first man. Ben Collins with back to goal. Nice little Cruyff turn by him, and Moe Dara, and what a save by Michael Weir. He put the big left hand up and tipped it behind. Moe Dara looking certain to score there, and Michael Weir with a save to remember after another good save only moments earlier.
There's now an injury concern for Hume City just at the top of the area.
What a good save that was.
I was just going to say, it is someone they really couldn't afford to go down tonight, Amir Abdallah, but he is okay. Michael Weir already twice being called upon and making some very decent saves for Hume City. Zara Yokokawa, what a chance he created just a couple minutes ago, just tipped over the bar by Michael Weir. Ball sent in again by Collins. Weir's going to have no troubles with that.
Well, a good start for the Burgers so far, Adam. They've been impressive, making the most of having the wind behind their back. Apart from that errant pass from Ben Collins, it's been all one-way traffic to the right of screen here at the Southern Road end. And Michael Weir's just going to take his time, and that's a sensible call by the experienced goalkeeper. He was one of only 2 players in the team for Hume City who were playing in the last time Hume played in a finals match in NPL Victoria in 2019 against the Oakley Cannons when they went down 2-0. The other was Mark Oshieng, who came on off the bench in that game in the last 5 minutes. Can Hume try and get themselves up the park here? Feda Hajic all the way back to Souza. Lloyd Isgrove giving chase. Ali's going to try and use a bit of craft to play out from the back here. That ball across the touchline. The assistant referee on the near side here, Jordan English, quick to raise the flag. Will Quartermain overseeing things on the far side of the pitch. The 4th official tonight, Ugar Arslan, assisting Ross Clark. You can't miss him out there in the middle of Olympic Village with the shock of blonde hair that he has, overseeing things tonight. And it's been a bright opening by Heidelberg United. Pin giving chase. And Michael Weir forced to just lump that one into the crowd on the Darebin Creek side of the venue here.
Carlson just losing out initially, ends up with Bingham, but he gives it up as well. Collins has been busy early for Heidelberg. A little hold there from Carlson to make sure that Aydara was going nowhere. So it's been a solid start for Johnny A's men. They are so good here at Olympic Village. Near untouchable at home. It was an impressive win against the fellow finalist on the final day of the regular season. A 3-0 win against Dandenong City. We're with the challenge there. The ball does spit out. For Aydara now to send one in for Heidelberg United. They've already drawn 2 saves from Michael Weir so far in this game. Isgrove looking to take it away, but the space closed in. Wesiotis getting in front of Mikel Platt. Now Collins. Feda Hajic. That's a brilliant ball through Yokokawa. Then sends it back for Olsen, who left it behind. O'Kane was there to take it away for Hume City. O'Kane out for Bingham. Platt and Amir Abdallah, but Bingham's ball for Abdallah goes in behind. Platt couldn't do much. It stays with the team in red, though. Back we go at Harry Ascroft. Carlson. Mark Ochieng, who found himself out of the starting 11 over the last sort of couple of weeks. He's back in the starting 11 now, but did make a couple of bench appearances. Isgrove's ball in for Platt wasn't bad at all. And Collins had no choice. A corner coming up for Hume City.
Well, the first meaningful attack for Hume City, and they reap the rewards of opportunity from the set piece. Of course, there's no big Tom Maricic out there, not in the matchday squad tonight. 200 centimetres of him, not available, but there's still plenty of tall timber in the penalty area from the likes of Josh Bingham and Harry Ashcroft as well. It's going to be Lloyd Isgrove to take. They all congregate at the back post. Everyone back to defend for the Burgers. Sarah's able to claim. Just floated in the air awkwardly with that strong breeze that's blowing diagonally across the pitch. Coming in from the northeast here tonight. It's around 15 degrees in Melbourne for this one. Did it rain this afternoon before kickoff, but that's dried up now and the pitch is in perfect condition, and we're seeing some good attacking football out there from Adrian Zara, the most experienced player in NPL Victoria, out there tonight, getting forward from his left back role, and he plays a good ball across to Sevit Noor. It's a nice first touch as well by Noor. Jamal Ali on the overlap in a dangerous area here. Josh Pinn, and Noor tries the curler, and it had a lot of fizz and dip, but not enough to find itself in the back of the net, and it's out of play. So another shot fired by Heidelberg United, and they've come out strong with the breeze behind their back in the first 12 minutes of this contest.
And that was such a dangerous ball from Noor, because with this really stiff breeze that we have right now, that really could have curved into the top left corner. These are the sort of conditions that can cause absolute havoc for goalkeepers. Michael Weir, one of the best we have here in NPL Victoria, sending it toward our broadcast side. So Hume just looking to settle in now a little bit after it's been a start that's mostly belonged to Heidelberg. Isgrove. Ashcroft on the outer side. Looking to switch over toward Mark Ochieng. Just looking to cut in. Had nothing immediate that he could target Lockie Weir. So reliable as that left wing back for Hume. Now Mikkel Platt. He's absolutely surrounded here. Needs some help. The outlet was Josh Bingham. Ball coming in now. It's going to come back to Carlson. Was Amir Abdallah, Ochieng both in the vicinity of that ball coming in. We're back with McFarlane now. Back into the starting 11 tonight for Maricic as Carlson sends one wide, and again, I wonder if the breeze just held onto that ball and took it away from Mark Ochieng.
Well, it's going to be a Burgers throw on the far side, and the crowd has built up over the first 10 minutes or so. It's a little bit sparse earlier, but a healthy crowd here for this opening match of the NPL Victoria Men's Finals competition for 2024. The elimination final, another big game coming your way tomorrow as well at 2:15, the Oakley Cannons and Dandenong City. Another elimination final, and next week's semi-finals, the grand final the week after it. A fantastic 3 weeks of football to cap off what has been a sensational 26-round competition. Began all the way back in February. These teams trying to go the distance all the way to grand final day at the home of the Matildas in a couple of weeks' time. This one's going to run out of play right in front of the fourth official. Ben Collins is going to take the throw in quickly, and you can just see the impetus that Heidelberg have on really trying to control the possession out there, getting the ball and trying to move these Hume City players around. We saw that opening goal last week as well by Heidelberg United. It was a long time coming. It was a bit of a slow burn, the opening half an hour or so for that one, but in the end it was a short goal kick that baited about 4 Dandenong City players, and the long ball flick on, and then Sevit Noor getting in behind making no mistake to score on 32 minutes. And then it was a couple more goals to come for the Burgers. Finding that first goal is often the challenge. Good ball through for Weir. He's looking for Carlson, who gets into the box. And across to close down the opportunity was Ben Collins with some good positioning there by the central defender.
Lloyd Isgrove, as he always does, just threatening. I wonder how much time Johnny A put into him in the preparation for tonight. Olsen, who had an injury concern very early in the game here, is being tracked in by Ochieng. Ball back for Yokokawa, a difficult one for him to deal with. So Ochieng will take it away for Hume, who have just settled in now after the hot start by Heidelberg United. 2 chances in the space of what may as well have been a minute. Michael Weir being called upon twice. We are still goalless. In the first game of the final series here in NPL Victoria, we are Lloyd Isgrove, 14 goals for him alongside Mir Abdallah this year. And that's not a bad ball for Abdallah, but just slightly off, and the flag was going to go up anyway on Amir Abdallah. 14 goals for him, 14 goals for Lloyd Isgrove this year for Hume City.
Not a bad return from the two wingers. Not a bad return at all. And that first touch from Lloyd Isgrove there was shades of that goal he scored last week, picking up the ball in a similar area of the field. Yep. And it was 6 devastating touches before he placed it into the back of the net. The way he takes those touches and draws in the defender, he plays it out just a little bit in front of himself, draws in the defender, and they come and nip at the ball. Man, geez, he scored a goal. He was unlucky not to score the goal of the round last week, a fantastic solo goal when things weren't going his way at Jack Edwards last Sunday afternoon. It's going to be a free kick here, and it's going to be a good position for the left-footed Amir Abdallah, you fancy, who's done the business from a similar position here the last time these sides met at him. And this might be the opportunity that Hume City need to put the cat amongst the pigeons a bit here and open the scoring somewhat against the run of play at Olympic Village.
It's a bit to sort out here for Ross Clark right now. Abdallah still down.
Might be hard for him to take the free kick if he's still feeling the pinch of that foul that he's just been on the wrong end of there. It's a good position though. About 7 or 8 yards outside the penalty area. Good angle as well. The breeze will be something to contend with though.
Yeah, it is genuinely strong, this breeze. It's nearly blowing a gale toward the right of screen, so this will be straight into the teeth of it. And it's all the usual suspects that huddle over the ball here and talk it over. Amir Abdallah will be the leading candidate to take this set piece, but Lloyd Isgrove, Mark Ochieng also in the conversation. The Isgrove or Amir Abdallah. Ross Clark just making sure he's happy with how things are set up at the top of the box.
Well, everyone back for Heidelberg in their own penalty area. Aaron Soes has got 3 in the wall. Ideal position for Abdallah, or will it be floated in by Isgrove? It will be Abdallah. It's off the head of Bingham. It was a little bit behind him though, and he can only succeed in heading it back into the path of Moe Dara, who instantly goes racing up the field. You wouldn't think he's the oldest man out there. He's got so much zip and pace. Moe Dara, the 34-year-old. Just a couple of days older than teammate Sean Ellis, who starts from the bench tonight. Sean Ellis, what a devastating impact he's made when coming on this season off the bench. It would not be against the form book at all if he was to come on and grab a goal late in this particular contest. Here's Harry Ashcroft combining with Fletcher McFarlane, the former Port Melbourne Shark, who's recovered from a hamstring injury, to make the starting 11 tonight at the expense of Tom Maricic. And there's a foul here by Sevit Noor, and Lockie Weir didn't appreciate the contact there from the Heidelberg United winger. Ross Clark reaches for the pocket, and that's going to be the first caution of the evening, and it goes to Sevit Noor. And he says, well, I don't think there was honestly a lot in that on my part. That is the first caution of the game. It's
First time he's been booked since arriving here mid-season at Olympic Village. There's been quite a bit of physicality out there. This is the second foul that Heidelberg's given away in the last couple of minutes. Problem for Hume though, Stephen, just they're lacking a bit of cohesion up front right now.
Yeah, a little bit uncertain about who their best attacking trio is, or that front four, and Josh Bingham playing in that role. Similar to what Kane Shepherd's been playing for Heidelberg United in that free role, the number 10, trying to get on the ball and create, which leaves a bit of a hole in the number 9 role, and they've been flipping and flopping between Golevsky, and tonight Mikael Platt got the nod. And here is Bingham, who did line up in the number 9 role in that particular phase of play. Like a decent enough first touch, but couldn't get going forward with momentum to try and fire a meaningful shot on Yaron Souza's goal. And the last few minutes, we have seen Hume City come back into the contest in the balance of play after being on the back foot in the opening 10 or so minutes. Here's Carlson. Pressure from Sevit Noor. Ball forward is by Ashcroft, and giving chase is Abdullah, and even with the breeze, that ball still wouldn't stay in play. That is something that, well, Hume might have in their favour. Those sort of balls, if they are timed or placed with the right weight, the wind will help keep them in, and with the pace of Amir Abdullah, looking to impress against his former side of last season again, well, that could be an opportunity to exploit for Hume City in the first half tonight. Ball forward by Jamal Ali, looking for the pacey Josh Penn. And that's the converse effect there with the through balls from Heidelberg United. A little bit too much heat with the wind behind them, and that one ran through. Big Mike gratefully able to claim that one ahead of Josh Penn, who was giving chase.
This is Carlson now for Hume City. Ashcroft going with the long ball, but that's going to be too much of an ask for Josh Bingham. He's the sole man up front right now in this particular formation for David Chick. Just the 6 goals this year for Josh Bingham. So much of that load obviously coming from both Lloyd Isgrove and Amir Abdallah. Weir finds himself outside his area, has to go to his brother. Lockie for Carlson. That's a nice ball for Isgrove, but the flag goes up on Hume City for the second time this evening. David Chick not happy, just making that known to our 4th official, Ugo Arslan. Craig Filer gets in on that conversation as well. Now looking threatening, Hume, when they launch the counter, particularly from this left side that Lloyd Isgrove is patrolling at the moment. What they haven't done though, Stephen Curtin, is create a decent chance. What can they do here? Abdallah won't get that ball through to Carlson. Adara pushed off it by Amir Abdallah, who wins it back for Hume. Lloyd Isgrove, another ball in. Mikael Platt here underneath it, looking to play back, but it's nowhere near Bingham. Lesiotis was there for Heidelberg United. Then Olsen's ball over the top. Lesiotis will look to take it away. Olsen kept on running. Carlson got in his way. The late foul call going Carlson's way.
Well, that was really well played by Anthony Lesiotis there. An eye-catching run down the left-hand side by the midfielder. Running at full tilt as well, flicking the ball to his advantage. The move broke down, but that's going to be the key battle. And we saw that really good ball a moment ago as well, Adam, that was played out wide by Oscar Carlson, looking for Lloyd Isgrove, maybe marginally offside there, and that was the call that went against Hume City. But yeah, that duel between those players in that part of the field is going to be crucial, and so will the wide areas as well, as Isgrove is charging down the left-hand side here for Hume. Draws a crowd of yellow shirts. Certainly you can see the Heidelberg players are on red alert when Lloyd Isgrove is charging forward with the ball. He's one of those players, he almost seems to run faster with the ball than without it somehow. It's going to be Lockie Weir to take the throw. Bingham with back to goal. Gets to the byline and hooked it across. He just needed someone at the back post who could run on and attack that ball, but both of his teammates centrally located were just slightly caught out of position. And Hume continued to enjoy a little bit more possession and territorial advantage here as this second half ticks on. We have gone just past the midpoint of this first half here in this elimination final. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're tuning in on the NPL Victoria live stream tonight. Oshieng looking to play the ball through to Platt. Abdallah out wide, looks to cross, and he plays the ball in. It was a clever ball as well, and it got across the back post. Fresh air by Jamal Ali. Sevit Noor to mop up. That's a crafty touch by him. And he shows Lockie Weir a clean pair of heels. Michael Weir's out to play a bit of sweeper keeper, as he did several times last week as well. Able to get on the end of that one, and it's going to be a chance for Heidelberg to try and get themselves up the park now with this throw to be taken by Jamal Ali, who will still be feeling a bit red-faced about that air swing he had a moment ago.
Well, it was okay, though. There was no one in that danger area. They got away with it, Heidelberg. And right now, I think, Stephen, they find themselves just on the back foot a little bit. Hume have had the best part of the last 10 minutes here at Olympic Village. No score beyond the 25-minute mark here in what is, on the fixture at least, the second elimination final. First one to be played this weekend. We look forward to the 2:15 kickoff tomorrow. Here's Grove. Finds himself onside this time. Looking to play back, but again, there's no help there. Cal Platt has to give away the foul. And is Ross Clark reaching into the book? No. There's already been one booking. Sabit Noor has been booked already earlier tonight.
Must have just been trying to warm the cold hands there, Adam. He did put the hand in the pocket momentarily there.
Thought about it. Sometimes the threat of it, that's all it takes, and the message might be received. No booking for Mikkel Platt. Sveta Hadzic sends one out wide. Central ball here, Olsen gets it in front of Yokokawa. Out for Noor, and that ball carries over.
Yeah, too much on that one there. Again, not the first time we've seen that tonight. It's going to be a feature of the game. It's a difficult situation to play. It's been fantastic weather of late across Melbourne. Last Sunday, picture perfect conditions, not a breath of wind. Tonight's the opposite. It's a good pitch, but it's very gusty, and we have seen several passes overhit tonight, and no doubt that will continue over the course of the 90 minutes here as Hume trying to come forward through O'Kane, and now Oshieng has played more NPL Victoria games than anyone else in a red shirt out there. His pass is also out of play over on the far side. Construction works continuing here at Olympic Village behind Yaron Souza's goal. A bit of ground under repair there, to quote the parliament from the fairways, but it's going to be Abdallah here cutting off this opportunity. East Grove, little 1-2. Abdallah, still he goes. This is Abdallah. It's just past the post. Amir Abdallah took a touch off a Burgers player. It's going to be a corner kick, and that might be the best moment of the game so far for Hume City, Adam.
That's Hume being Hume, isn't it? They can kind of score from anywhere at any time. And it's not always conventional, but it's fun to watch. There's little doubt about that. The most fun team to watch in NPL Victoria this season has been Hume City. So Lloyd Isgrove sending in the corner ball. It was dealt with at the near post. I think that was Zara. Carlson regains it. Weir. Isgrove. Still a flooded area here. Amir Abdallah has found himself stuck behind Asani Yokokawa. Speaking of new arrivals that have had an impact and created plenty of highlights this season, Asani Yokokawa, and it started right at the start. Way back at the start of the season against Altona Magic.
Fantastic return. 7 goals in the league and 2 in the cup as well for Asahi Yokokawa. Calling the game here with Arthur Akratides a few months ago, and he scored an absolute worldie that brought the house down. Could we see some similar heroics from Asahi Yokokawa? Versatile as well. He can play sort of anywhere in that midfield 3. He gets the chance to play as the 10 tonight until we see Kane Shepherd called upon in the second half. This is a good opportunity here, and Bingham's played it through, and he actually collided with the referee, Ross Clark, and Ross Clark held his ground better than big Josh Bingham, as well as Bingham had tried to play that crafty through ball, and it wasn't far away from finding its target of Amir Abdallah. So right now, as it stands, after a slow start, Hume City, on the balance of play, are in control of this contest. Still locked at 0-0 here NPL Victoria Elimination Final Night. Steve Curtin and Adam Sarakoglu with you. We hope you're enjoying this contest wherever you're tuning in. Football fans in Melbourne or regional Victoria, interstate or abroad. It's going to be a fantastic night of football, and, well, it could well and truly go beyond the 90 minutes here. Not much has separated these two sides. 2 draws so far this season. Only 1 point separating them on the table at the end of the season, but Heidelberg getting forward here. This is Olsen, floats the ball in, pins the target, and he rose as high as he could. He couldn't get his head over it still, though, and get a meaningful attempt to test out Michael Weir. It's the first attempt that the Burgers have had for quite a few minutes now, and they'll be grateful to have the ball up the other end of the park at least.
It's been a quality display so far from both teams, but we still await our first goal. It's the first half hour ticks by at Olympic Village. Don't want to keep banging on about it, Stephen, but it is genuinely gusty here.
It's just getting stronger and stronger, this wind, as the game's gone on too.
See how that ball held up as well there as Bingham did play it on through. Platt then to Isgrove. Abdullah's not going to have an impact on it. Souza wanting to release quickly. Fedahajic going long and direct. Back with Michael Weir. Things have just evened out a little bit now after the good start by Heidelberg United. A couple of early chances that Michael Weir was able to deny. Muir's been on the wrong ends of a few calls so far. Well, he's carrying a yellow card already, Stephen.
Has he been adjudged to have handballed that one? I was about to say he has the best touch that I've seen out of any player in NPL Victoria this season. Absolutely silky. Like the ball's glued to his feet, but did it just bounce up off his fist there perhaps? Was that the reason why Jordan English stuck the flag up? Catch that one on our replay screen. I think it might have just hit the left hand, so he is human after all. Ball played through. Isgrove is the target. It's Souza out of his area this time. Did well, Yaron Souza, to clear that one up the field. Bounced awkwardly for Weir, but he still found Mikael Platt, and here's Bingham, who's recovered from that collision with Ross Clark that saw the Hume City attacker fall to the floor. Captain's armband on the left arm, the headband holding back the flowing locks of hair as he strides back up top. And Oshiang out wide. Looks to consider supplying the cross, but they're going to go back and reboot here, Hume City. Ashcroft. This is O'Kane. Starting to control the possession. McFarlane. You can see the strapping around the thigh there as he's recovered from that hamstring injury, or recovering, should I say. Brought down by Bingham on the chest. Appeals for a handball against Collins. Fairly serious appeals too from the men in red. Ross Clark was unmoved, and now counter-attacking through Mo Aidara. Here come the Burgers. Not on the same page was Aidara and Sevit Nor there. Frustration. And John Anastasiadis is up out of his seat with plenty to say to his players. He's becoming more and more vocal as this first half has worn on here, Adam.
Yeah, both teams have been threatening. We are out for Isgrove. Now, how's this ball going to land with the Breeze? Did win it against Jamal Ali. Collins forced to retreat. Collins did score in that entertaining 2-2 draw that these two had in the Valley Park earlier this year. It was the first meeting between these two. 3 of the last 4 between these two in NPL Victoria have been draws.
Late drama on that night too. Yokokawa scoring in the 85th minute with a would-be winner before Golevsky popped up in stoppage time. So, as you're saying, not much between these sides at all.
Yeah, it really was one of the better games of the season, that one. As we know, Hume have had their issues with the upper echelon of NPL Victoria. They've been able to get a couple of points against Heidelberg United. Did beat Dandenong City at Frank Holohan. Other than that, they have really struggled against the likes of South, Avondale, Oakley. Obviously going down to Oakley just 5 days ago. So we're back now with Collins. That's going to potentially be the Achilles heel for Hume if they're able to advance beyond tonight. They'll be facing potentially more opposition that they have struggled against this season. McFarlane going back to Weir. Keeping in mind both teams still in the rounds of 16 in the Australia Cup as well, and will be in action midweek. This turns over here. O'Kane. Nothing ahead though, had to play back toward Amir Abdallah. His ball attempted to reach Mikkel Platt. That didn't work out. They're so stern defensively, Heidelberg United, we know that. They've made it tough for the team in red so far. This is Olsen. A bit of strapping around that right knee for Nick Olsen. Did go down very early in this game. That was a genuine stoppage. That may well have added a couple of minutes here. At the end of 45, we'll see how many minutes are added on in about 10 minutes from now. Right now, it's Jamal Ali, Nyor, Aidara. Carlson keeping him company. Forced to retreat. So now it's Heidelberg United with no easy way through here. Zara goes over, gets the call.
That's what Heidelberg need to do, you fancy. Get players like experienced figures like Adrian Zara, who's playing in that left back role tonight, coming in, replacing Dion Nicolaides in that position. Getting forward and creating extra numbers and overloads down those wide areas. He's done well here to win the free kick as well. Right in front of the Red and White Army, who are cheering on the Hume City side tonight and making some good noise, the active supporters on the far side.
Mark Ocheng has been yellow carded there. Of course, they reset now, but that is his 5th of the season.
So everyone back behind the ball here for Hume City. Under 10 minutes till the halftime break here. Fizzed into the box. Bingham taking no chances. Stacks on the edge of the area. A couple of players going down. Collins and Pinn. Ross Clark over to sort things out, but it will be a Heidelberg corner into this difficult breeze again. They all gather at the tall timber, the back post area. It's going to be Nick Olsen to deliver. Collins and Feta Hajic, Jamal Ali, some good targets in there as well as Josh Pinn, but it's taken short. Adrian Zara had come across to pick up a drink from the technical area, but he's involved in this set play, you fancy, as Olsen plays this one into the back post area. Getting in there was Pinn, and it was saved off the line. Hume City hanging on for the moment here at least, and Zara now. Second wave of the attack. We're out to claim, and he takes it on his chest. Well, Heidelberg come very close there to opening the scoring. See that one right off the line. It was a really good ball into the box. And Hume City lucky to survive that one unscathed.
Yeah, it was Josh Bingham's boot that denied Heidelberg the first score of the night. And again, we're just dropping like flies almost at the moment. There's another man who may require some attention on that outer side. We've got another stoppage in play. I don't know if this is some sort of head knock potentially.
Yes, Adrian Zara was the player who went. It was a bit of a delayed reaction. He went down holding his head, so they're just going to make sure that everything's okay for the experienced Heidelberg utility player.
We'll get a resumption now. So, 6 minutes left in regulation in this first half. First of the elimination finals in season 2024 in NPL Victoria. Ocheng having a hard time getting past Olsen. Olsen kept his feet, but gave away the foul. It's been on Heidelberg's terms the last 5 minutes or so. Weir, Isgrove going first time. Bingham tried to create something out of nothing, really. Collins having none of it. Maidara now for Heidelberg United. Lesiotis has Olsen available out wide. Zara as well, but Abdallah just pickpockets him. And here's the counter from Hume. Platt. This is where it's broken down so far for Hume, that lack of cohesion up front. I'll get another look at it here. Okay. Lockie Weir. Out wide for Mikkel Platt. It was a really powerful ball. Platt having a hard time controlling it. And the line was looming the entire time.
He did his best there, Mikkel Platt. It was fizzed at him from Lockie Weir. Brought it down on the chest, but running out of room. It's going to be a foul here by Mikkel Platt, you fancy, on Adrian Zara, who's in the wars a little bit at the moment. He was down holding his head only moments ago. And he copped that blow right in the solar plexus. He gets up and sucks in the deep breaths, and he says to Ross Clark, well, how about that foul for some further punishment? But in the end, he's going to take this short free kick quickly, and Heidelberg can switch the play from left to right here. Here's Jamal Ali. The run forward from Yokokawa was a smart one, but he couldn't pick out a fellow midfielder, and from distance, it's in! Would you believe it? Heidelberg take the lead from downtown, and none other than Sevet Noor with a sensational goal. Michael Weir caught out right before the halftime break. And it's that man against Sevet Noor scoring his 5th NPL Victoria goal of the season since coming in the mid-season transfer window. He's been worth his weight in gold for John Anastasiadis' side. It's 1-0 to the Burgers.
Wow. This season just continues to deliver in terms of absolute bangers. That was a stunner. That was a proper stunner. I remember Stephen, he took a similar shot about 10 or 15 minutes earlier, a bit closer, but he did target that top left corner as well. And with the breeze the way it is, those balls can really curl in the way that one did. So it's almost as though you've had some target practice, and that time just absolutely smacked it. Wow.
It looked like it was going over off the boot, and then it just dipped right into the corner, and Michael Weir with no chance. And now Bingham's charging forward. Good sliding challenge by Ben Collins. And what's Ross, the decision here from Ross Clark?
Exactly where did it happen? That's going to be the key question as Josh Bingham does go down. Yellow card is shown. That's the 3rd booking of the night already. So this is a big flashpoint in this game, only moments after one of the best goals you will see from Sevet Noor, and Hume have a golden opportunity to instantly equalise.
Well, this is going to be an ideal position for Amir Abdallah, you fancy. Moments after taking the lead, Heidelberg suddenly looking vulnerable.
So again, we'll have a look at what either Amir Abdallah or Lloyd Isgrove have up their sleeve here.
Well, the point of contention still here between the sets of coaches on the sidelines is, did that foul take place inside or outside the penalty area? Oh, such a tight call for Ross Clark to make.
Well, two teams that have not been split in their 2 previous meetings this year. Just moments after Heidelberg take a lead, can Hume instantly equalise? Amir Abdallah and Lloyd Isgrove, as close as you can get for this set piece. Ross Clark gives the all clear. It's Amir Abdallah, and Sosa did have to get the glove on it. And he's done well. And now we have a corner for Hume.
What a save by Sosa there. He had to be really on his toes there. Shot was goal bound from Amir Abdullah. He's going to be over to take the corner kick quickly as we are running out of time into the final minute of this first half. There will be a fair bit of stoppage time for the amount of injuries that we've had. It's swung in by Abdullah, punched away at full stretch by Yaron Souza, only as far as Lockie Weir, who puts a bit of a rainmaker into the penalty area. It's away by Collins, who gave away that foul right on the paint of the 18-yard box only moments ago. Sevet Noor giving chase and trying to pick the pocket of Mark Oshiang, and he gets the decision for a Heidelberg throw. So we'll await to see how many minutes are added on. It looks like it's going to be 4 minutes of first half stoppage time as Ugo Arslan grabs the board. 4 minutes is confirmed. So there is time for another goal before the break here, Adam.
Just still taking our breath after Sevet Noor added yet another amazing highlight. It's his already impressive highlight reel. Scored on debut, don't forget, against the team that he did spend some time with earlier in the pre-season in Avondale here at Olympic Village. It was the ultimate first impression that he showed, and he's been outstanding since. And it's his goal that separates Heidelberg United and Hume City. It gets away from Isgrove here. Lesiotis having a hard time getting past Carlson, was fouled in the process. But there are 4 minutes added on here. We could be in for some late first half drama. Crowd's just built up nicely. I think there were a couple of latecomers here this evening on a Friday night. And they've been witness to a good display of NPL Victoria finals football so far. Olsen for Yokokawa. That's not a bad ball at all for Noor. Can they double the lead here, Heidelberg? Noor had to play back. It's pinned one way to the other. No way through. Has to retreat back to Adara, who gets it back from Olsen. Hume able to reset defensively. We'll start from the back again. Fedahajic going first time for Olsen. Amir Abdullah for company. Lesiotis now. He's made a few good runs through that midfield so far for Heidelberg. Adara. He changes decision mid-pass. Noor now. And Weir is called upon yet again. Michael Weir has been quite busy in goal for Hume so far tonight.
Yeah, Sevet Noor beat Michael Weir from long range not too long ago. Tried to beat him at his near post there. Michael Weir having none of that. Turning it behind for a corner kick. But what a good bit of vision it was from Asahi Yokokawa before striding forward, directing the traffic ahead of him, playing the clever pass between the fullback and the central defender. Set up that previous opportunity for Sevet Noor prior to that one that took place just then. And as the breeze continues to howl across Olympic Village, it's going to be Nick Olsen to deliver the in-swinger, and Michael Weir might have been caught out. It's off the post, and it's going to be not at home, is it? Or is it going to stay out of the goal? Somehow, players appealing for the decision to go their way. I don't think it crossed the line. Ross Clark certainly going to allow play to go on. We'll have to catch that one on our replay screen. And is there time for Hume to break here? Well, they win the free kick, but they wanted the advantage in that situation. Absolute chaos. Michael Weir caught out by that breeze, trying to claim the cross off the upright. Fedahajic was as close to doubling the lead as he could have been, as well as it was scrambled off the line by a desperate Hume defence who don't want to go too behind before the halftime break.
Yeah, from our angles, it's going to be too hard to tell if the ball ever crossed. That is twice now. There's been chaos on the goal line. Bingham had to flash a boot out to keep another one from crossing earlier in this first half. The more this goes on, the more that you start to suspect that Hume's maybe lucky just to be one goal down right now, but they do have a chance to equalise again. It's Amir Abdullah creeping into the area. Still Amir Abdullah. Lesiotis kills it off. And they get a late look at another corner.
Well, Amir Abdallah, if you call him a confidence player, he's certainly going to find his confidence after making a run like that. Getting past one or two yellow shirts in the penalty area. He's going to deliver the in-swinger here. And they've crammed into the 6-yard box. Bingham let it run over his head. It was repelled by that Burgers defence. Away by Olsen, and that'll be half-time in the elimination final. Good contest between these two teams, two informed teams, and they've delivered entertaining football tonight. But the moment of entertainment that separates the two sides was Sevit North scoring from the best part of 40 yards, catching out Michael Weir, and it dipped into the top corner to give the Burgers the all-important 1-0 advantage at the half-time break. Adam Sarakoglu and Steve Curtin with you. We're looking forward to bringing you the second half of this contest, and what a second 45 this promises to be as well. We'll be off for a short break now, and don't go anywhere because there's plenty of football left in this one, that's for sure. After this short break, we'll be looking forward to your company for the second 45 between Heidelberg United and Hume City. You can see the stats there. The Burgers have had the best of the attacking opportunities, but Hume have not been out of this by any stretch of the imagination as they disappear down the tunnel for the halftime team talk. It's Sevit Nor's goal that separates the two sides at halftime at Olympic Village. It's Heidelberg 1, Hume City 0. It's the home side who've made this venue their fortress in 2024. Heidelberg United leading by a 1-0, courtesy of a shot from downtown that caught everybody off guard here at the venue, including Michael Weir. With the breeze behind his back, Sevet Noor letting fly for his 5th of the season since joining only a short time ago in the mid-season transfer window. So a little bit of work to do for Hume City in the second 45. But from what we've seen from them in the first 45, they're by no means out of this contest. Steve Curtin and Adam Sarakoglu with you for this one, the elimination final that gets the 2024 finals campaign started. And it's a very warm welcome back to the commentary position for the second 45, Adam Sarakoglu.
Warm in intent, but it's not that warm here at Olympic Village. It's a pretty bitter Friday night here, but...
Well, you've reached for the gloves at halftime. That's a good move,
I was actually halfway through the first half. I just quietly chucked those on, but... Yeah, the key difference right now is there was only one side out there that was actually creating chances. That's the difference in this game at the moment. And Heidelberg United were the ones that really made life hard for Michael Weir, albeit that one goal that did get through, he had no chance of stopping. It was a worldie in the end from Sabit Nyor, one of the most outstanding mid-season additions that we've seen in NPL Victoria. The impact he's been able to have. On the other side of things, I mean, there was one good save, I think, that Yaron Souza was able to get a glove on. Other than that, he hasn't really been tested too much. That is the difference right now between these two. One of them playing their final half of the season in NPL Victoria. They both will be back in action in the Cup on Tuesday for Hume, Wednesday for Heidelberg. Amir Abdallah going down, Mikkel Platt, and Yaron Souza has to dive and get a glove on it. Now Lloyd Isgrove at the corner of the box, back to Carlson. Amir Abdallah's been in the wars a little bit, back up on his feet now. Another ball coming in. Collins gets in front of Bingham. So Hume looking to press early here. Stephen, you're still keeping an eye on Amir Abdallah. He's very proppy right now. And he had his moments throughout the first half as well. That is something to keep an eye on for David Chick. Here he is. Looking for Platt. Bingham. As a fall for Carlson. Went first time. Bingham perhaps not expecting it. Weir. Isgrove. They're going to deal with it. Heidelberg, although Olsen unable to clear out. It's only gone as far as Housecroft, and Olsen gets in the way of Amir Abdallah. So a promising start to this second half for Hume as they look to do something about this 1-0 deficit.
A really bright start for Hume. They've come out breathing fire out of the change rooms after the halftime team talk from David Chick. And here's Abdallah again, combining with Bingham on the edge of the area. Making the overlapping run was Mark Oshieng, but the pass was a little bit off target from the Hume City skipper, and it's out of play. But that build-up, Amir Abdallah nicking the ball off Adrian Zara, making a fool of the most experienced player out there in NPL Victoria for the Heidelberg United side was Abdallah. He was brought down by Anthony Lesiotis, and, well, the Hume City coaching staff are still mad that Lesiotis wasn't shown a yellow card retrospectively after that challenge. Ross Clark was on the spot and intelligently allowed Hume to play the advantage, and Mikkel Platt firing an excellent shot that forced a great save out of Yaron Souza. And we might have some further sanctions here for the back chat that has been going on. We just mentioned it, and David Chick is the latest to go into the book. The first of the non-playing members out there to go into the book tonight. Adam.
It's not completely unheard of for a card to be shown to the Hume technical area either. It's one of the more vocal ones in the league. I think David Chick just copped that one on the chin. We move on. As Weir sends it into the night sky here at Olympic Village. Dara on Carlson. Weir, first time ball. It's going to get away from Mikkel Platt. Collins. Was that some retribution for his challenge on Josh Bingham late in the first half? Just inches away from that being a penalty. Did pick up a card for his trouble. Did Ben Collins, a man who did score against Hume earlier this season.
We can see the Hume City subs. They're already down in the corner to our right, warming up at the moment. So will we potentially see a change from David Chick early in this second 45 as the ball's played back and almost left a bit short to Michael Weir as Asahi Yokokawa was charging down on the back pass. Weir was good enough to get some real distance on it. Although somewhat easy with the breeze behind his back in this second half to really launch those balls long and strong down the park. It's out of play in front of the Hume City Ultras, the red and white army, as the throw is taken by Jamal Ali, and he tries to get moving quickly over the halfway line. A really good pass for Yokokawa. It was a good first touch and swivel, but he couldn't play it out in front of Josh Pinn, who's maybe not had as much of the ball as he might have liked, the Heidelberg striker so far tonight in this elimination final. What a good night he had in the Australia Cup win over the Central Coast Mariners here a couple of weeks ago in midweek, scoring 2 goals on that night. We'll be looking for more of the same when they take on the Oakley Cannons in the midweek in the round of 16 this week. Here's Pinn on the ball now. This is Olsen. Pressure coming from O'Kane. It's out of play. Breeze picking up again here. Still favouring the right of screen. The southern road end, city end of Olympic Village here. The end that Hume City are attacking in this second 45. And we see perhaps a shot from downtown from some of these Hume City players to try and repeat the acts of Sevet Noor in the first half. This is O'Kane trying to play it over the top of Zara. Zara read it best. Musgrove competing for it. Gets the decision his way. Adrian Zara not impressed with the decision going against him, but Musgrove using his skill and craft and guile and winning the free kick just inside the Heidelberg half here.
Some expletives coming out of the Heidelberg technical area. Hume one's already been warned. A card shown to David Chick. It's been relatively quiet since. Olsen here for Heidelberg. Zara, another one who was in the wars on multiple occasions throughout the first half. Platt's ball is wayward, not connecting with it properly. Dulles moved a little more centrally for Hume. Isgrove now on this right side as Carlson will take it away. And here is Lloyd Isgrove. Going quickly, Platt, it's a chance here out the back. Amir Abdallah, Souza saves it again. Having a good night in goal is Yaron Souza.
Souza well and truly the busier of the 2 goalkeepers since the halftime break. Another good build-up by Hume City. Harry Ashcroft winning the ball in defence and playing through the lines. Lloyd Isgrove out wide, putting in a really fizzing cross. Bounced in the penalty area. Abdallah getting on the end of it. And this time he's flagged for offside. So Hume City's turn to enjoy playing with the breeze behind their back, and they certainly have been since they've come back out for the second 45. And David Chick with those subs, warming up the outfield players available to him. Umit Bozdogan, Josh Gulevsky, who started last week against the Oakley Cannons, Mehmet Usal, Carl Imanzi, and Maboira Eze. Plenty of options, some good attacking and midfield options there for David Chick, which we might see called upon maybe sooner rather than later, but he'll like what he's seen since the break. Lesiotis giving chase. Can't miss him in those bright red boots, and he's passed it straight to O'Kane. So what can Hume conjure up here? Carlson, Isgrove, still Lloyd Isgrove looking for Abdallah. Jamal Ali was blocking the passing lanes, and here's Sevet Noor. Long legs striding forward. He's lost the ball on this occasion again. Carlson looking to play the little reverse pass. It was a good idea for Josh Bingham. It's well defended by Ben Collins, and Ali comes away with the ball again. Striding forward is Jamal Ali, going through the gears and trying to play the through ball. Well, he had a couple of options there, but he sort of played it between the two of them, between Olsen and Pinn, and in the end it ran harmlessly through to Michael Weir.
The longer it stays 1-0, the more likely we'll soon see Josh Golevsky. You feel for Hume. They've looked a little more dangerous in that final third in this second half so far. Yet another man's gone down here on the outer side. It's been a physical affair, as you would expect in a final.
Sebit Noor, the man, the goal scorer, who's gone down. He's clutching his lower back. It's been, as you say, Adam, a constant spate of players going down with a series of knocks, medium and minor. Nothing that's forced anyone off the pitch so far. Sebit Noor's just a bit of a stinger there as he tries to walk this one off.
Just looking a little ginger. Amir Abdullah's one we've kept an eye on because he's had multiple occasions where he's gone down and seemed to be in a bit of a way, but has seemingly recovered. He's going to be so vital in this next half hour and a bit, and potentially more beyond that as well. It's a bit Noor's goal in the 41st minute. That's your difference so far in the opening game of the NPL Victoria final series for season 2024. But had a man on, now Bingham. Abdallah making the run as Bingham assesses the options. Has to find a way around Aiden Federhajic. It'll be a corner. And that's not a bad result for Hume.
It's well played by Ben Collins there, getting in the right position to deflect that one behind.
Sabit Noor again going down, and now Johnny A may have a decision to make. Anastasiadis may have to make a forced change here, and he is calling someone over to replace our goal scorer here tonight, and what a stunner it was. Sabit Noor, the legend, continues to grow. What he's been able to do in just half a season in NPL Victoria, and there is going to be a forced change here for Johnny Anastasiadis. But first we've got a corner for Hume. They've got the man advantage. Isgrove's ball was an awkward one for Yaron Souza. And the danger's not averted yet. Ocheng. Carlson. They're being forced to retreat back here, Hume.
Hume trying to take advantage of the 10-man Heidelberg for the moment.
Yet another offside flag going up on Amir Abdallah. And Leo Mazes will be the man coming off as Sabit Noor for Heidelberg United.
Yeah, we thought it might have been Short Ellis, the like-for-like on the right wing, but it's going to be Leo Mazes getting the opportunity. A player who, well, he was almost playing for Hume City a couple of seasons ago, ended up at Dandenong Thunder after being announced by Hume City, and now finds himself playing against Hume City for Heidelberg, and he's going to line up in his customary left wing position, and Nick Olsen switching across to the right-hand side. So just a minor structural change there for John Anastasiadis' side, and Sebit Noor is really hopping around on one foot there, so hope that doesn't spell the end to his final series. And also with those big Australia Cup games coming up, that one coming up in midweek against the Oakley Cannons. Plenty of support. A round of applause for the injured player, Sebit Noor, who will send the crowd home with a goal to remember tonight, even if he's unable to take any further part in the final series. But we do wish him a speedy recovery, because he's the kind of player who puts bums on seats. What an entertainer, coming in the mid-season window and scoring 5 goals in the league, and one to remember tonight. But what can his teammates do to go on with the work that he's done so far? Here's a first touch for Leo Mazes. Adrian Zara and Mazes trying to combine in front of the Hume City technical area. Plenty of instructions coming out of there for the boys in red tonight as they try and get themselves back into this contest. His touch let him down, and here's Aidara. Yokikawa Heidelberg looking to play through the lines here. Everyone getting back behind the ball for Hume City. Hajic picks out Mazes. For options middle, he might cut back onto his right foot as we've seen him do so many times this season. Leo Mazes tries his luck at the near post. Michael Weir was alert to the danger and he's quick to turn defence into attack here. And what a first touch by Lloyd Isgrove. One way than the other and tries his luck from distance. And there's a whistle on play here, is there, from Ross Clark? In fact, he's just given the goal kick.
The lead up to that looked very similar to the goal he did score last week at Oakley. He's the man that can do anything from anywhere, Lloyd Isgrove. He is an ever-present threat right now for Johnny A and Heidelberg United. Zara comes together with Ochieng. All's fair in the eyes of Ross Clark as Amir Abdallah takes it along the sideline here. Lesiotis, he's looking to get around him. Ball just deflected back and somewhat awkwardly. There's bodies flying everywhere out here at Olympic Village right now. Zara, yeah, he's still, and he has had a lot of moments where he's been suffering something throughout the night. Already one forced change for Johnny Anastasiadis. A bit Nyor now just making his way over into the dugout. Michael Weir's gone down on the outer side. What is going on at Olympic Village on a Friday night?
Oh, we just can't seem to get a consistent 5 minutes of play without someone going down. Michael Weir was out to play a bit of sweeper keeper, as we've seen him do many times. He got a little bit of a nudge from Nick Olsen into the fence. Maybe he's making the most of it, perhaps. Didn't appreciate the contact.
And Stephen Curtin, here comes the rain for the first time since kickoff. So it's all happening right now. Some light rain begins to fall. Adrian Zara, he won't want to give up the captain's armband easily. Of course, it is Jackson Riley who can come on to replace Michael Weir if needed. Weir, just as much as Zara won't want to give up the armbands, he will not want to give up the gloves. He will scurry his way back to his position and play finally will resume. It's all happening right now at Olympic Village. It's sudden death football between Heidelberg United and Hume City. And it's advantage Heidelberg as we speak. But there are now concerns for Sabit Nyor, like a lower back problem for him that has ruled him out. There's a cup fixture on Wednesday to come, of course, for Heidelberg against Oakley. Right now, we're looking at Nick Olsen. Can they double the lead? Olsen, no real room. The shot from Adara. Weir got himself behind it. Abdallah knew exactly where Lloyd Isgrove was lurking. Back on the customary left side right now is Lloyd Isgrove. Looking to find a way around Collins. Cup back and did get a glove on it there, did Yaron Souza, but there's no one there in a red shirt. It's Bingham. Gives it up a little easily. Don't know if he wanted O'Kane or Abdallah, but Zara was in the way. Made Zara fight away that shot moments ago. Michael Weir was up to the task and he has been called upon on quite a few occasions. We've seen some good goalkeeping out here tonight. Some good shot stopping from both of our goalkeepers right now. It's Olsen that is looking to get a combination going with Lesiotis and Adzara joining the party as well. It's on a knife's edge, this one right now. Zara. Mazes with some fresh legs out there. He was the replacement for Nyor. Leo Mazes. That was never going to worry Michael Weir.
Oh, good end-to-end stuff here. Be hard-pressed not to feel entertained by the standard of football and the attacking nature of this game that we've seen just in the last few minutes. That shot coming in, parried by Michael Weir from Mo Adara, then Lloyd Isgrove getting on the end of the long clearance. I think that's a tactic that Hume are trying to employ, exposing Lloyd Isgrove one-on-one against players like Ben Collins in those wide areas. Just needed Mikael Platt to be in the right place to get on the end of the parry from Yaron Souza from that attempt. wasn't to be for Hume City. Just need a little bit of luck at the moment to go their way. Perhaps a set piece or something similar, something out of the blue that can get them back to 1-1, and then it'll be on for young and old, if it isn't already, really. Here's Harry Ashcroft, forced to go back to his right back in Lockie Weir. Long ball from Michael Weir. Abdullah's going to be offside here.
Again. It's been happening all night, it feels. So, the expected first change for Hume is about to arrive, and Josh Golevsky is going to come on shortly. David Chick with his first move of the night. They need a goal. Josh Golevsky is one that can provide. Key question is, who makes way for him? Heidelberg ball on that outer side.
Well, the paperwork is being submitted. Assistant coach Craig Filer's folded it in half, so we couldn't read what number's been written down for the play to be withdrawn.
Card's ultra close to the chest right now, but the threat for Hume is the fact that Heidelberg United's on the attack, and Leo Mazes has had some good moments since coming on, but that time there's nothing coming.
Not one for the highlights reel for Leo Mazes.
Yep. Mark Ocheng just giving him a little too much to worry about. So Josh Golevsky is about to come on. It's the first move of the night for David Chick. And it will be Mikal Platt making way. Amir Abdallah here. It's closing in. It was Aidan Fedorhajic. Here comes the change. Stephen Curtin. It's going to be Mikal Platt for Josh Golevsky.
It was well played by Fedorhajic there. Coming out from the wide, coming into the wide area. The central defender had to commit all or nothing, and he made sure he won the ball, and that is confirmation of that change. So we'll see Golevsky come in and move into an attacking 4, possibly as the number 9. We'll see as the play develops during open play, but it's the throw in here. Oshieng combining with Abdallah. This is O'Kane. Well, is he fouled there? Well, it's going to be outside the area here, and Adrian Zara, he's going to have to go into the book for that. You'd think it was a clumsy one and an intentional one as well. Right in front of the big scoreboard at the southern end of the venue. We'll catch that one again on our replay screen. It's one of those ones where the attacker feels the contact, continues on, and then falls within the box, despite the contact happening outside the box by Adrian Zara by a couple of strides. So a good bit of play by O'Kane to win the free kick, in a handy position for Hume City to try and put this Heidelberg defence under some pressure. With less than 25 minutes to go, this second half is flying by. Hume City not wanting to leave it too long to try and get things level. Back at 1-1. Amir Abdallah to deliver the in-swinger here. Heidelberg with everyone back in defence. That's Abdallah at the front post. It stays in play. It's going to be out of play now, actually. It is out of play for a corner kick. So another chance from the set-piece opportunity for Hume.
Bingham positioned at the front post here. He's the tallest man in there in red. Searching for an equaliser is Hume City. Isgrove will come a bit closer and combine with Amir Abdallah. Ocheng leaving it initially for O'Kane. And it's sprayed high and over the top.
Doesn't score too many goals, Mark Oshieng.
Yeah. But again, Hume not being able to create the similar sort of opportunities that Heidelberg have. And it stays 1-0. There's just a touch over 20 left in regulation here at Olympic Village. Spot in the prelims up for grabs. Loser is out for season 2024 in NPL Victoria. Both these sides, of course, are in the round of 16 in the Australia Cup. Collins lets that one go past, and Golevsky sees the opening here. So they get another chance at a corner as the rain again starts to come down.
Well, instant impact from Josh Golewski there, making those runs in behind and asking questions to that Heidelberg back four. They've had it a little bit too easy at times tonight. They've been a very formidable unit, that back four this season. Adrian Zara, the guest appearance as the left back in there at the moment. This one swung at the near post, and well, it's not the best effort by Lloyd Isgrove as it goes out of play at the near post. Never gave it a chance, so a bit of a waste there for Hume. Won't impress manager David Chick as they ponder their next change. He's up out of his seat having a chat to his players about the structure that they're going to be trying to take into the next 20 minutes of this contest that remain, plus stoppages. And here's Josh Pinn trying to get on the end of this ball. McFarlane is under pressure here. It's Pinn. It's blocked well by McFarlane. Good work by the returning defender back into the starting 11 and making a difference out there tonight. Olsen, Zara now. Here's Ben Collins. Heidelberg just looking to enjoy a bit of possession. That's their best form of defence at the moment, is just hanging on to the ball, as we've seen that so many times this season. It's going to be Lockie Weir with the throw over on the far side. Liberty Parade side of the venue, and just slipping was okay. This is red alert here for Hume, and making the save from Yokokawa was Michael Weir. Yokokawa capable of hitting the ball like an absolute tracer bullet. Not on that occasion. They've turned it over here again. Lesiotis. O'Kane back to mop up.
You want that one back, Asai Yokokawa. Capable of much more. That was that first chance of the night really early in the piece that just with his fingertips Michael Weir was able to get over the crossbar. This is Carlson right now for Hume. Still plenty of time and only a 1-goal deficit that they're facing. Here's Oching again, out of position, but did well to get it to Amir Abdallah. Golewski and Bingham waiting in the area. It's taken away though. And Mazes, who has been good since coming on, wins the throw. His impact has been immense since coming on for Sabet-Nyor, whose goal separates these two in the elimination final. Oakley hosting Dandenong City tomorrow, right here on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. And of course, South Melbourne and Avondale awaiting the winners of this weekend's games.
Heidelberg taking the time over this one, and as you'd imagine that they would, given the game state that they see themselves in at the moment. This one just hangs in the air. So headed by Ashcroft, who got a shove, and he had to wait a little while for the whistle as he appealed for the free kick, and then Ross Clark eventually happy to award Hume the decision. O'Kane. Mark Oshiang, the right back, has pushed up the line. It was a crafty touch by him moments ago to try and play the ball to Amir Abdallah. Two balls on the pitch at once for the first time this evening. Tick that one off your bingo card. Here's Ashcroft from the far side. McFarlane trying to move around this block of yellow shirts. They've set up well behind the ball here, Heidelberg. McFarlane looks direct. And it's the left back, Lockie Weir, trying to keep this ball in play, but the flag's up from the assistant referee on the far side over there. Will Quartermain, the ball had crossed the line, so the move breaks down. Potentially a rehearsed move for Hume City with the fullbacks moving up the pitch and trying to play the direct ball to Lockie Weir there, who was in the advanced position. Difficult on a blustery night such as this at Olympic Village.
Lesiotis guiding it through to Zara. Heidelberg sternly holding on to this 1-0 lead. Malloy Dar is in a spot of bother, and Bingham takes it away for Hume. Knows where Lloyd Isgrove is, but he will be denied a chance to score that equaliser that Hume is seeking. Okay. Again, the rain just starts to come down a little heavier. Chiang for Weir. Looking to go first time, Lockie Weir. Did take a deflection, and Yaron Souza will get in behind it. That's another attack that Heidelberg are able to snuff out here. Zara's ball looking for pin. Well done by McFarlane. Now Ashcroft. He's an unlikely type to advance in attack as O'Kane will send it out toward Lloyd Isgrove once more. It's Lloyd Isgrove, and Souza once more is up to the task in goal for Heidelberg.
We've seen him looking dangerous from there so many times this season. Lloyd Isgrove coming in onto the right peg on the edge of the area. But at the moment as it stands, this diagonal ball by Mazes sets a task for Olsen. He's going to get there though. Olsen running it, Lockie Weir. Nicholas Olsen tries his luck and he couldn't keep the shot down. Well, a good flowing move from the Burgers. Turning defence into attack again, and Nick Olsen with the opportunity. Really good ball by Leo Mazes to pick him out. So we're saying Hume haven't won this fixture in their last 6, 3 draws and 3 Heidelberg United wins. Are we about to see that trend continue tonight here at Olympic Village? Or will David Chickside cause an upset here and a come from behind win to see them continue their campaign in NPL Victoria in 2024? They're enjoying plenty of possession here through O'Kane, and now Isgrove, who's switched flanks from left to right. It's a little bit scrappy in the attack, and it's out of play for a goal kick. We await the next change. Bit of movement in the Heidelberg technical area.
Might not be far away from a Hume change as well.
Good professionalism from the Burgers, really just taking their time to control the tempo of this one. Looks like Sean Ellis is stripped and ready to go as he takes a sip from the drink bottle.
Just demolished the banana as well, I think, as he prepared to come on.
Hope he doesn't get a stitch.
What a quality sub to have up. Johnny Asleeve in Sean Ellis. This game on here right now at Olympic Village. We're about to see Sean Ellis enter the fray. Nick Olsen, who may well be carrying something, went down very early in this game. Had a decent look to score earlier in this second half, and he's done for tonight. Plenty of strapping around that right knee for Olsen. But now Sean Ellis is out there. We know what quality he will bring to the table for Heidelberg United. He may well get some instant involvement here. That was real nifty, getting around Weir. How's this for an instant impact? Ellis, as Carlson eventually kills it off, just gets in that right spot to nullify the attack, but he's come on, Sean Ellis, and instantly provided a couple of smiles for the home team here and their supporters at Olympic Village. That's not a bad ball for Bingham. Watching Abdallah, there's a flag going up. No, it's not. Amir Abdallah is onside. Went with the side of the boot. And we are going to get a corner for Hume City. And these corners for Hume are starting to pile up.
Well, Hume will be hoping the law of averages sees them break their duck for the night, perhaps from one of these set-piece opportunities. They're just starting to commit more and more players forward as we approach that last 10 minutes of this contest. Amir Abdallah to deliver this one. It'll be the in-swinger. And Souza, well, he only was able to tip that one behind to give Amir Abdallah a mulligan here. So everyone back in defence here for Heidelberg. All hands to the pump. It's all about the quality of the delivery here. Abdallah again, a little bit higher this time to the back post area. That was dangerous. Souza punches, and it fell for Ashcroft, and the big central defender. Sorry shot ricocheted in the 6-yard box, away from the goal. Would have been a really unlikely hero to level things up. Harry Ashcroft does have one goal this season. What a time it would be to score your second, but we've got an injury concern here yet again. And the Hume trainers are going to be called out onto the pitch. And it is Harry Ashcroft who I think he's copped some studs to the shin there, Adam, and perhaps his injury is also a bit of a protest that there wasn't any penalty for that high boot that he copped as he was taking that attempt on goal.
There's been a few penalty shouts for Hume City throughout the evening. Ashcroft is back up on his feet. So what other options right now does David Chick have? Wood Bosdowan came on and scored against Dandenong City early this season. We could see him a little later on. Albiora Eze scored on senior debut earlier this season against Manningham United. It does feel like Hume need a bit of a fresh spark right now. Golevsky's one that has come on, and that wasn't a bad ball in. Souza will get behind it in the end and not really allow any opportunity for Golevsky. That's the one change that has been made. Hasn't had too much coming his way since coming on Josh Golevsky. Right now we're looking at McFarlane, and we are out to Isgrove if it does reach him, and it just skids away. Some of that rain that's calmed down. It's a bit slippery out there right now. That one just skidded away from Lloyd Isgrove.
So into the final 10 minutes here, the elimination final. There's no tomorrows for the loser of this contest. The winner will go on to face either South Melbourne or Avondale next weekend for a spot in the grand final. Here's Isgrove. Lloyd Isgrove driving into the area, and he just couldn't pull the cross back far away enough from Yaron Souza. And Amir Abdallah puts his hands to his head because he was lurking on the edge of the 6-yard box, looking for some silver service to score his 15th of the season in NPL Victoria. Another good move from Hume, but the final ball just not there again, which has been the case many times tonight, Adam.
Don't forget, the first time these two met early this season, there were 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of regulation on that particular evening, a 2-2 draw. We could be in for some late drama here. The time is running out on Hume's season. Pin was a long way offside. And everything now is in a hurry for the visitors. Season literally on the line right now for Hume. Isgrove. Bit of Lloyd Isgrove magic wouldn't go astray. Defensively, Heidelberg United, Johnny A has such a well-disciplined defensive setup that's been so hard to penetrate, particularly here at Olympic Village. We are about to see both Dom Fowler and Kane Shepherd. Still no second move from David Chick, just the one sub from him so far. And Bingham did well to play it on there. Golevsky for Bingham, and there's cries for a penalty. It was handled, and it will be a penalty for Hume City. Ross Clark makes the call.
Not the first time tonight we've seen Hume City appealing for a spot kick. This one, ball lumped into the area by Harry Ashcroft. Good flick on by Bingham. did come off the hand.
Aidan Federhajic.
Federhajic.
Okay.
Protest his innocence.
So the fourth shout for a penalty is the one that finally gets heard.
Oh, what a pivotal moment. Just over 5 minutes to go. Hume City staring down the barrel, now find themselves in a position to level things up. Looks like it's going to be Lloyd Isgrove who's tucked the ball under his arm at him.
Aaron Souza right now nowhere to be seen. He's off to the side. Of course, it's Lloyd Isgrove.
Talking about gamesmanship from Aaron Souza. Where has he gone? He's gone out into the car park.
Just keeping the corner flag company as Ross Clark sorted all of this out. Didn't see any cards for Aidan Federhajic after all of that. It was by no means a deliberate act.
Still surprised that the yellow card didn't come out of the pocket for that infringement, given the severity of it.
The shenanigans continue here. Quite a bit of time's come off the clock since the handball was called.
Kane Shepherd in the technical areas even put his jacket back on. He was stripped and ready to go.
Here we go. Did say it a couple of minutes ago, Stephen Curtin, there were 2 goals after the 85th minute in the first meeting between these two earlier this year. We've reached that stage now with Lloyd Isgrove from the spot to equalise in the elimination final. It's 1-1 and Lloyd Isgrove does it again, and it's game on at Olympic Village.
Well, Lloyd Isgrove, it was a quality goal that he scored last week, but the poise under pressure of finals football, gamesmanship from Yaron Souza, he had to wait an awfully long time to take that spot kick. Souza guessed the right way, but the quality of Lloyd Isgrove, which we've seen, he's shone all season, star of the competition, quite possibly the signing of the competition as well in 2024, and he pops up when it matters most to dispatch the spot kick, and Hume City have levelled things up here, and could we be heading for extra time in the elimination final here, Adam Sarakoglu?
It could well be the case right now. Although Sayokikawa, he's dangerous from anywhere. Good block by Ascroft, but the second ball was good. Jamal Ali! Nearly instantly regaining the lead, Heidelberg. It goes out now. Did Tom Fowler and Kane Shepherd take a seat again? Now we're ready to come on. Just looking out there right now, Stephen Curtin. I can't see either one of them out there at the moment.
Johnny A might be playing the long game now with the potential of extra time in mind. But we've seen that from both sides tonight. Each side, after scoring their goal, have been vulnerable within a minute at the other end, almost conceding. And Jamal Ali couldn't have been far away from making it 2-1 there. Surging forward, the pacey right back on the overlap. What a moment that would have been for Jamal Ali. He could have found an instant reply. It's Leo Mazes. It's been a good battle since he came on and competing in those one-on-ones with Mark Oshieng. He drifts in board, floating the ball out in front of Sean Ellis. Another one of the players who's come on fresh off the bench for the Burgers, and it's good defending from Lockie Weir. Here's Golevsky. O'Kane now, driving through midfield. Rides one challenge from Pin. Oshieng still full of running. He's going to provide the overlap here for Lloyd Isgrove, who scored that penalty under huge pressure only moments ago. Bingham's flick on. It's away by Ali. This is O'Kane, still full of running as well. Isgrove out wide. These players preparing themselves for the possibility of another 30 minutes. It's a good first touch by Abdullah. So the cross came in from Isgrove. The second touch did not have the same quality.
Heidelberg just living a little dangerously right now, but I suppose so is Hume. Nearly had the instant reply from Heidelberg after the Lloyd Isgrove penalty. Final minute of regulation. Here's Isgrove. Could they snatch a lead here? Abdallah cut back again. Yaron Souza able to get behind it before Carlson was waiting behind him. Alice just lost control of it, and Weir was able to dispossess, and now we're looking at Golevsky. Weir with Abdallah available in the area. Can it reach him? It wasn't that far away. 30 seconds left before we reach the 90.
Oh, that fizzed across the 6-yard box. And the way these sides are playing, I know they've got cup football in midweek, but it's like they both want to win it in the 90. So often you see teams looking to just settle and hold out until the extra time period or maybe even penalties. And these two sets of players, they're going for broke for a winner before the 90 here. This is fantastic entertainment for the fans.
And they've just been shown 6 additional minutes added on, so we could well get the winner without requiring extra time here tonight. And the wind really picks up now. 6 more minutes. And anyone could win it. Some of the best shot takers in NPL Victoria are out there right now. And that's one of them, Amir Abdallah, but he goes over against Zara. That's cross ball for Golevsky. Bingham, that wasn't a bad ball from Josh Golevsky. Bingham then collides with Yaron Souza and will be booked for his troubles.
Yeah, well, Josh Bingham protesting his innocence, just sliding in and collecting Yaron Souza. They both were very committed for the ball. An awkward moment for the Heidelberg defence once again, and it's really, you have to say that Hume City, they've trailed all night. They've levelled things up with less than 5 minutes to go in regular time, and they've got the momentum here. They've got the breeze behind their back, and they're coming home with a wet sail at the moment. And it's Heidelberg who have to batten down the hatches, but at the same time, when they're getting in possession, they're still throwing the kitchen sink at Hume City. Here's Pin. Going to flick it on, but there was no one there to receive the second ball. McFarlane on the left foot, just lumps it forward onto the head of Collins. This is O'Kane now. Out wide is Oshieng. Looking to play direct ball forward. Amir Abdallah is onside this time. He has Isgrove out wide. It's all about the quality of the cross here from Lloyd Isgrove. It's the 7-iron across the face. Appeals for a handball against Jamal Ali, who goes running away with the ball like he's stolen something. Adara now. The breeze wreaking havoc out there in the middle of Olympic Village. Heidelberg trying to cling on to possession. Josh Pin dropping deep. Really good pressure from Mark Oshieng. He hasn't slowed down as this game has gone on. Right to the challenge, into the penalty area. It's Oshieng, and it's a good block from Lesiotis. Defended the cross like it was a shot, did Anthony Lesiotis, but it's back in the possession of Isgrove, who floats it in. It's away by Feta Harjic. Ashcroft, the wind getting stronger and stronger here in the gantry at Olympic Village. Ashcroft looking to get on the end of this one. Ball in was by Isgrove. Jamal Ali, Abdallah winning it back. It's a flurry of attacks here for him. Oshieng floats it in. Here's Carlson, picking the pocket of Zara. Isgrove now. Can't take your eye off this. It's gripping stuff. Hume City putting Heidelberg's defence under real pressure here in stoppage time, of which there is 6 minutes. Adara under pressure. Jamal Ali, the right back, finds himself over in the left back portion of the pitch. It's out of play.
And right now it is Hume City looking more likely to potentially take this before we go to extras. Amir Abdallah goes down again and wins a free kick.
You can see the stress on the face of the Heidelberg players out there, Adam. They've led this match for so long. They're really under the pump right now.
This defensive unit that has been outstanding all year long, being put to the ultimate test right here, right now. We've gone more than halfway through the 6 minutes that were allowed at the end of the 90. And there's a chance here for Amir Abdallah to set something up. Ascroft, Bingham, Golevsky, all lines up here. Isgrove just cuts in front as well. Here we go. Amir Abdallah, ball incoming. And Souza, I don't know if he actually got a glove on that or not. It will be a corner. And the wind is as strong as it's been all night. And Lloyd Isgrove could well take advantage of that with this corner, Stephen Curtin.
It's going to be Isgrove to deliver this one. This will be about the last play we'll get of the match, just about. The players clustered in the 6-yard box. It's going to be a real scramble in there. Pressure on Yaron Souza to command his area here. In it comes. Oh, it's flicked on at the near post area. Both sets of players appealing for decisions to go their way. Ross Clark waves away any protests, and it's going to be another corner kick. So a succession of corners for the Burgers to hold on through here. We're into the last minute of that 6 minutes of added time. Can Hume score here and avoid going to extra time? It's in by Abdallah. The quality is not there, and it's out of play as they return possession to Heidelberg, and that might just about do us for opportunities to break the deadlock before the end of the 90 here. 96 minutes. 6 minutes of stoppage time has all but evaporated here.
It's looking like the third time this year that these two cannot be separated after 90 minutes. This was our score here at Olympic Village back in late July. As was the case on that occasion. Sabit Nyor, the scorer for Heidelberg United, as Ross Clark does confirm that we are going to extra time. Some bonus football to start the NPL Victoria final series here at Olympic Village. And rather wisely now, David Chick holding on to some of those cards, made just the one change in that second half. It was Golevsky for Platt. Johnny Anastasiadis was ready to bring on both Kane Shepherd and Dom Fowler. That was right before Aidan Fedahajic was judged to have handled the ball in the area. Lloyd Isgrove converted from the spot. That was the equaliser. And that brings us to now Stephen Curtin. We've got 30 more minutes of football here tonight.
Well, that's right, Adam. Well, two sides that could ill afford to have to play an extra 30 minutes each that have got cup football coming up. Heidelberg United on Wednesday night against the Oakley Cannons in the round of 16 of the Australia Cup, while Hume City have got that match on Tuesday back at Hume City Stadium against Melbourne, Serbia. But all the focus right now is what happens in the next 30 minutes. And if you look at the body language, well, the Hume City boys, they are pumped up, they are ready to go, and they finish that second half still full of running. And Heidelberg playing into the breeze in that second 45, just looking a little bit tired and fatigued. And they're getting one last G up here before they get back on the pitch for extra time from John Anastasiadis, who's been such a fantastic acquisition as manager for them this season. They've had an iron defence, conceding only 22 goals in the 27 matches that they've played, including tonight. Fantastic record, and even better when they've been on their home patch here. So they should have some confidence from the succession of excellent results that they've picked up on their home turf here at Olympic Village. We are going to see Kane Shepherd introduced before the end, or should I say before the commencement of the stoppage time period, and Dom Feller as well.
Yeah, so it was the double sub that Johnny A was anticipating and planning for. Asai Yokokawa and Josh Pinn are the ones that make way. No signs yet as David Chick just gets the troops in for one last huddle, dishes out the instructions. himself. Booked earlier tonight. A bit too much on the vocal front coming from the Hume technical area. Doesn't look like we're going to see a change for Hume City. So we have 30 more minutes of this, Stephen Curtin, and it's been a highly entertaining game. That 90 minutes just flew by. An amazing goal from Sabit Nyor in the 41st minute. That's one you'll no doubt see all around the socials in the days to come. One of the best goals we've seen this year, and that is saying something in NPL Victoria. And Lloyd Isgrove, one who has been a human highlight reel himself, converting from the spot. And that was with only a couple minutes left in regulation. So there are some fresh legs out there now for Heidelberg United. Dom Fowler and Kane Shepherd have entered the fray.
Yeah, Josh Payne and Asahi Yokokawa head over for a stint on the Pine. That's the end of their night. And importantly, I think for Hume City, they'll be happy with this because they're going to be continuing kicking in the direction that they have been playing in that second half with the breeze behind their backs. They certainly enjoyed that second 45. These gale force conditions out here in the middle of Olympic Village. So Hume City, well, they'll just be looking to pick up where they left off, and Heidelberg looking to re-arrest the momentum that they had earlier in the contest. And no doubt they'll be looking to get the ball to the feet of players like Kane Shepherd, who has just entered the fray. Dom Fowler charged with a role of controlling the centre of the park as well. Here is Dom Fowler with his first touch, receiving from Lesiotis, and Shepherd involved as well. This is a good start for the Burgers, but spoke too soon, and it's a decent enough first touch on the sidelines by assistant coach down there for Hume, Craig Fowler. Oshiang under pressure from Mazes. Heidelberg, you're going to try and push a little bit higher up the park, you fancy here. Kane Shepherd, who so often we've seen him playing in something of a number 10 role this season, looks like he's been sent out there to lead the attacking line. It's Moe Dara dropping in something of a 10 as the flag stays down here. The opportunity is side netting for Josh Golevsky. Well, again, it's just the direct ball, the vertical pass straight up the pitch. Josh Golevsky getting on the end of it. Heidelberg's defence caught out. Yaron Souza appreciative of the fact that the ball cannoned into the side netting and was off target.
It was as if everyone in Olympic Village was just expecting that flag to go up, and it never did. An early chance going begging for Josh Golevsky. This is Zara, still out there. He's been involved in a lot throughout the evening, and the ball did cross there. Watching. There's nothing coming there.
As the rain returns at Olympic Village, and the fans that have come along to witness the opening match of the 2024 finals campaign have been treated to a classic so far tonight, and there's so much more to come in this one as well. Sousa taking his time over the goal kick. Smacks it up over the halfway line. Shepherd's the target. O'Kane wins the header. Craftily played forward by Lesiotis, and Leo Mars is trying to get in behind there, but Harry Ashcroft alert to the danger as the rain's getting heavier here. Oshiang in possession. And again, looking to send that direct ball forward. Swings across to the left-hand side of the field. Gillespie's going to keep it in play, but the flag's up from the assistant referee here on the near side, Jordan English, for another offside against Hume City. As we take shelter here from the rain. Well, we've only had light showers so far, but it's decided to really let go here at Olympic Village. Shepherd. Zara. First time ball by Aidara, and here's Fella. Alice. It's good first time passing. Good combinations by the Burgers. It should boost their confidence if it was waning a little bit after they were just put under the pump. Successive set pieces to defend from Hume City in stoppage time. They win the throw here, so Jamal Ali over to take. Well, the rain certainly pelting down. The breeze has temporarily eased off a little bit. Bingham had his pocket picked by Dom Fellow, who tries to play the ball in front of Kane Shepherd, giving him something to chase. Shepherd might have just clipped Fletcher McFarlane there, who's looking a bit proppy. No foul, no whistle on play from referee Ross Clark.
Zara in a bit of bother here as O'Kane looks to take it away. Just outmans in the end. It was O'Kane. This is Fella. Ellis. Collins. Nadim Fedahajic. Here's Aid Zara for Heidelberg. Not a bad ball inboard for Fella. He comes together with Harry Ascroft. And the whistle goes for Ross Clark.
Harry Ashcroft definitely felt the full force of that challenge. There's no Tom Maricic on the bench to bring on tonight. So it might be a little short if they are forced to make a change in central defence.
Available subs right now for David Chick, Mehmet Yusul, Carly Manzi, Obiora Nizay, and Umut Bosdwan. Of course, Jackson Riley as well, in case Michael Weir comes a cropper. And he did have a moment, didn't he? Early in the second half, Stephen Curtin, as Abdallah leaves it behind. Zara takes it away from him. Here's Shepherd. Came on at the start of extra time. Zara, a wasteful ball forward from the skipper. Is Hume City's depth just going to be stretched a little too far here tonight? This wind picks up again as Collins gets possession back for Heidelberg. Fella, Lesiotis, Zara. Fedahajic. Collins taking his time. Gets it to Alice and then Shepherd. Some old partners in crime combining here. It's Sean Ellis. Had a difficult time getting around Lockie Weir.
And a corner kick is the decision here, going the way of Heidelberg. So a chance to get the tall timber forward from the set piece. Opportunity near the Catalina Street gate into the venue. Sean Ellis to deliver this one. Approaching 9:45 local time in Melbourne. Plenty of purchase on this ball. Fedahajic was the target. Picks up his own second ball. Here's Fella, the substitute. Floats it in. Michael Weir out to claim. Good hands by the tall goalkeeper. Trying to play in Amir Abdullah. Straight up the line again. Lesiotis was alert to the danger. And now Sean Ellis is the latest player to bite the dust here. We might see another injury delay yet again. He's picking himself up. He's made of stern stuff, the Scotsman. Fowler now. Aidara. Here's Collins. Lesiotis. Ellis has made a quick recovery. Nice ball out wide for Lesiotis in the wide position, and getting across was McFarlane to put it out into touch and repel the danger. So Heidelberg United enjoying a little bit more possession in the last couple of minutes. First half of extra time. These teams locked at 1-1. Civic Door scoring from downtown in the first half, and then a Lloyd Isgrove penalty to level things up with just a couple of minutes of regular time to go. Hume City coming home with a wet sail towards the end of the 90. Here's Jamal Ali in an arm wrestle with that Hume City midfield. Feda Hadjic now, nice little turn. Bella, Lesiotis. That's a good ball for Adara. Alice now. Shepherd in a good pocket of space here. Played it directly against his opponent in Ashcroft though. Out wide here is Mazes, trying to bring it under his spell. Forced to go back to his captain in Zara. Over 250 games of NPL experience. Adrian Zara, a good player to have out there in this sort of situation, as is this man, Kane Shepherd, but his pass lets him down. Lesiotis, who's had an excellent game tonight. He's got Mazes to his left. This is Leo Mazes, who floats the ball in. Shepherd's there. Kane Shepherd, well and truly, is the danger man, and he wins the corner kick here.
And yet again, all attention on Amir Abdallah, who has had quite an eventful night, and again, he's gone down here. And Jamal Ali comes over to just interject into the situation and give some advice for Ross Clark, which I'm sure he's taking on board. As Amir Abdallah gets up on his feet, still no movement on the Hume bench. I actually wonder if the ball just made contact with an area. You don't want to have the ball make contact with Steve Curtin. There was a call for handball, but I'm not sure that was the problem.
It's hard to tell from this camera angle.
Could be that kind of situation. He stays out there, Amir Abdallah. Weir with the little pushover.
This is a useful position here for the Burgers, this free kick.
I think it was Collins that he took down. And Collins is a threat up front. Has scored 3 times this year, including one against Hume. As the rain continues to tumble down, it's about as heavy as it's been all night right now. Sean Ellis here. What is essentially a shortened corner ball here for Heidelberg as Ross Clark. Just make sure everything's okay. Gives the green light to Sean Ellis, and we'll see if Heidelberg can reclaim a lead here. Just 3 minutes left at the end of this first period of extra time. No, Ross Clark has actually halted things here, and a conversation will be had. Kane Shepherd involved in this. As well as Fletcher McFarlane. So a little delay for Sean Ellis, who's still waiting to send this ball in. More of a talking to between Kane Shepherd and Ross Clark. And it's starting to bucket down at Olympic Village. Someone's season is about 20 minutes away from ending in NPL Victoria. The ball comes in, and it did pinball around in the area. Abdallah unable to launch the counter in combination with Josh Bingham. And it's back with Yaron Souza, who's had an outstanding night.
Ball forward by Lesiotis. Oh, that's a great first touch by Leo Mazes. And over the top, and it's just over the crossbar. Well, fast thinking from the fleet-footed winger. Some have called him the Heidelberg West Messi this season. What a first touch that was. Dipping the attempt. Michael Weir breathes a sigh of relief. Sections of the crowd thought that was going in, including us up here in the broadcast position too. What a great first touch. Harry Ashcroft left for dead. Michael Weir, grateful to see it go over the bar. There's maybe time for one last attack in this first half of extra time. These teams locked at 1-1. In the driving rain in Olympic Village. NPL Victoria men's finals action. The ball up in the air. It's headed by Ashcroft. Fowler giving chase, the fresh legs. That looks like a handball from here.
Yep, that was clear.
Taken quickly by the Burgers. Zara. Lesiotis. Shepherd. It's a good ball by Kane Shepherd, and here's Mazes. Shepherd continues his run on the left foot. He went for placement. Oh, and it wasn't far away either from Kane Shepherd. Well, we knew he'd be a handful when he come on. He certainly has been already. He's the last player to score a hat-trick in this fixture. There's always a danger. Picking up those little spaces, little pockets of space, and seizing the opportunity. It's going to be Alice to take the resulting corner kick. It's into the back post area. Feta Hadjic and Collins were lurking there. The header didn't have the power to trouble Michael Weir, who again distributes the ball quickly, trying to get it up the park, trying to turn defence into attack. We're going to have 1 minute added on at the end of the first half of extra time, Adam.
Lesiotis here. So we enter that final minute of this first period of extra time. The ball in from Alice. Kane Shepherd, not far away. Couple of moments now for Kane Shepherd. That was a golden opportunity. Denied by Michael Weir. O'Kane goes down. All's fair there for Ross Clark. The secondary challenge was not. Osheng wins the free kick for Hume, but that may well see us through. We've reached the halfway point of added time. Two teams that still cannot be separated. It's now 4 of the last 5 meetings, Stephen Curtin, between these two, where at the end of the 90, scores have been level. Ellis going down after releasing out in the direction of Fowler. Mazes. Little body check there from Ochieng, and we're halfway through additional time at Olympic Village, and it's still Heidelberg United 1, Hume City 1.
Well, when Leo Mazes heard the whistle go, he got up thinking that he just won a free kick, but the whistle from Ross Clark was for half-time in the period of extra time, so the players and coaches will huddle up again here. Rain still coming down at Olympic Village, 16 degrees here in Heidelberg West tonight. Players coming in and rehydrating and talking tactics again. So an interesting second 15 minutes to come in extra time here. Heidelberg got their noses in front on the balance of play in the latter part, particularly of that period of extra time. Will the coaches go to the subs bench here, perhaps, as some of these players are visibly tiring? What will they be thinking about? Their 5 penalty takers, perhaps, already even. Heidelberg looking the most eager to get play restarted. Yaron Souza, he's charging back into goal, while Hume City are still huddled up to hear some advice from David Chick. Well, certainly hope you're enjoying this contest. It's been an absolute cracker of a game to open the NPL Victoria men's finals competition for 2024 between these two great sides. They have drawn twice this season in the home and away. They've drawn tonight at the end of the 90. They only had 1 point between them on the league table at the end of the season, 50 and 51 points. The Burgers finishing just 1 point clear on the league table and 1 place higher, finishing in 4th and 5th, these two teams.
We're going to see some changes from David Chick. Umwood Bosdawan is going to come on. And Obieze is going to come on as well. It's a double change for Hume City. Josh O'Kane is making way. And I think Amir Abdullah's night is finally over as he just hobbles over into the bench and embrace with David Chick. A brave performance for Amir Abdullah, but clearly has been hampered for the large majority of the night. And so Eze and Bosdawan are going to come on for Hume City.
Yeah, good performance from Abdullah again tonight, always drawing attention from those Heidelberg defenders, giving them something to think about and hence creating space for other players, just unable to cap it with a decisive moment. But those two changes take place now, so David Chick rolling the dice here and giving some opportunities to a couple of players that we saw come on off the bench last week in the 3-1 loss at Jack Edwards.
Eze does have a goal to his name in NPL Victoria. It was in these sort of conditions against Manningham United. That was near torrential rain on that particular night in the Valley Park, as we have 15 more minutes to play before we potentially settle this at the penalty spot.
So Heidelberg with the breeze behind their backs in the second half of extra time here. Ali. Alice combining. Everyone behind the ball here for Hume. Shepherd receiving from Zara. It's come off a Hume City boot last. So a hush falls over Olympic Village in the early moments of the second half of extra time. Here's Moe Dara picking up the ball, turning and playing forward. Shepherd looking to try and play in Leo Mazes. Hume just trying to get the ball up the park here. Eze is the only teenager in either squad tonight, in either match day squad, 19 years of age. Boria Eze, the boy from Albury Wodonga, on the Murray United side in the NPL Victoria Juniors. That's a good touch by Gulevski, but a little too heavy in the end. I like the idea, but Hume City caught short in the final third again, and it's going to be a change here for John Anastasiadis.
Yep, Steve, it's going to be Adrian Zara, who's also had a tough night similar to Amir Abdullah. And it's Anthony Theodoropoulos who will come on. So Zara will give up the captain's armband.
I'm surprised he has the energy to go charging off to the sideline there. He's put in a power of work operating as a left back. It's not his preferred position, but he's certainly been a real leader out there.
So he'll, after, of course, this one's done and dusted, gear up for a date with the Oakley Cannons at the home of the Matildas on Wednesday.
What
the Australia Cup.
To be. Yeah.
So much NPL Victoria representation and Victorian football in general. FC Melbourne Serbia will be the opponent for Hume City. That will be on Tuesday night at Hume City Stadium. Not even the A-League champions could get past this Heidelberg United outfit here at Olympic Village. This is Lesiotis. Fella. Sending the ball out in the direction of Theodoropoulos. Easy, struggling to control it. Lesiotis was there as well. It will be a Hume throw. 11.5 minutes remaining here. And that's an awkward ball for Michael Weir. Does clear away. In a game that may be decided by penalties, it was a penalty that levelled up the ball game here. Lloyd Isgrove with only a couple minutes left in regulation. It was a lead that lasted a full 45 minutes for Heidelberg United. Sabitnyor, and that is one of the storylines out of this game. Stephen Curtin Sabitnyor, and the form that he has been in the second half of the year, came out of the game relatively early in the second half. We think it was some sort of lower back complaint. He did slowly make his way back around onto the bench here. And there has been, Stephen Curtin, a threat of thunder and lightning for quite a while. And now it appears that the lightning strikes are a bit too close here, and Ross Clark has stopped play here. Even more drama at Olympic Village.
Well, if there wasn't enough drama already, this storm that set in here in Heidelberg West just happens to take place in the second half of extra time in an elimination final. Layers of drama on drama. Players protesting the call to be sent inside. Yep. Lloyd Isgrove isn't happy.
They're being sent into the tunnel here. And there are regular lightning strikes all around Olympic Village now.
Well, the Hume City players en masse have started heading off. The Heidelberg boys still out there on the park.
Not even Mother Nature wants to see a winner between these two, Stephen Curtin. 4 of the last 5 have been drawn at the end of the 90. We will level here tonight at the end of the 90. And play has stopped 4.5 minutes into the second period of extra time in the elimination final. Heidelberg United 1, Hume City 1. And we are now delayed at Olympic Village.
And what we're hearing as well, Adam, is more storms coming in this direction as well. So who knows what we could see take place here. But this match, make no mistake, this match may possibly not even have a result tonight. That is actually an outcome that could take place. These sides that have been impossible to split, as we see. Sabitnyor, it looks like an ankle injury for Sabitnyor. He's got that right ankle wrapped up in a big bag of ice as he's assisted down the tunnel.
That is a huge story in itself, isn't it? With potentially more finals to come if Heidelberg are able to get the result here against Hume, whenever that may be, and obviously still a cup run in progress as well. Sabitnyor, who did score that goal for Heidelberg United, with what may well be a serious ankle injury. And yeah, wow. What a night at Olympic Village. 1:09:25 is when Ross Clark stopped the clock here. We've gone past 10 p.m. local time. It's the first final of the NPL Victoria season for season 4 2024. And it's going to be a while until we get a result here.
And in contrast, there's a really good forecast for tomorrow's match. So Oakley Cannons and Dandenong City. And what a season Dandenong City has had as well. Promoted under coach Nick Tolios. And then making their way into the top 6 at the expense of Port Melbourne, who were there for so long. And they found themselves outside the 6. Dandenong City getting in. And they're going to take on the Oakley Cannons side tomorrow at 2:15 at Jack Edwards Reserve.
Everyone's got the bomb app out at the moment, Stephen, having a look at what just might be coming through these northern parts of Melbourne. It's a pretty strong rain band. It looks like we're in the middle of that at the moment. But the key here is the thunderstorm. And that is why play has stopped. There was this threat. There was a couple of just lightning strikes off in the distance that were slowly getting closer to Olympic Village, and it was at the point where Ross Clark deemed it unsafe for play.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked when Ross sounded the whistle and sent the players inside. That is the protocols that the officials have to follow these days in situations like this. And looking at the radar, whilst there does appear to be a lot more rain coming across, it is moving across quite quickly. And also looks like the worst of the storm activity might be behind us now.
Yeah, the range just subsiding now. There's a lot of protesting. It did feel like more so from the Hume contingent than the Heidelberg contingent. Lloyd Isgrove was particularly animated.
Match officials will recommence the game as soon as the storm passes. So the game is still due to be declared this evening, pending the storm's passing.
So we are getting an update from the grounds announcer here. And this is coming from the match officials that they do intend to get through to the full and final result here tonight. As soon as the storm passes, we are set to continue, Stephen Curtin. So 10.5 minutes are remaining before we potentially settle this with a penalty shootout.
That's right, and what a situation it'll be for the two sets of players having to come out after being inside, have to get warmed up again for that 10-minute period as well. And they'll be in there thinking about the likelihood of taking those spot kicks as well. A really unique set of circumstances that these players face. And well, I have to say, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen extreme weather events delay football games, but the timing of this is quite incredible. Mother Nature not really understanding the sense of occasion here, that we need a winner in this particular match, the elimination final. These two sides that can't be separated all season. Their third meeting this year, and still nothing between them.
Hume's last win against Heidelberg United, the interrupted and incomplete season of 21, was back in May. Last time Hume did get a win, a 1-0 win over Heidelberg. Josh Bingham scoring in that one, but since then, 3 draws, and obviously a win for Heidelberg United in among all of that. A 1-0 win here at Olympic Village last season. But they've met 3 times this year. Stephen Curtin, 2 draws in the home and away season. They were level at 1-1 at the end of the 90 here. They're still at 1-1 now. And you wonder what exactly would be going through the minds of David Chick and Johnny Anastasiadis. They'll be in the sheds addressing these troops right now in a very unique situation, one that teams don't necessarily plan for. No doubt they'll have plenty of time to think about it. I think we've just reached a point right now, because we don't know when we are coming back, that we could well just take a little break from the coverage here at Olympic Village. There was a grounds announcement a couple of minutes ago stating that this was coming via the match officials, that they do intend to resume here tonight and get to a final result. So as soon as this storm passes, Stephen Curtin, we are set to get these last 10.5 minutes out of the way, and potentially a shootout after that. So this may well be a good time just to take a little break from our coverage, and we hope to be back playing football sooner than later. So Heidelberg United 1, Hume City 1, with 10.5 minutes remaining in the second period of extra time.
tonight. Well, drama aplenty. These two sides, so hard to find a winner. Sevit Nor scoring in the first half, and then it was Lloyd Isgrove scoring within the last 5 minutes of regular time, sending the match to extra time. And then right on cue, a storm across northern Melbourne, stopping play, lightning and thunder, close to the venue here at Olympic Village. Saw the players sent down the tunnel by referee Ross Clark, and they've re-emerged now, and they're going to go through some warm-ups. They've been off the pitch for around between 10 and 15 minutes, so some warm-ups are required. As you can see, the players are going through their paces now, and they're going to have a difficult period of this remaining second half extra time period before the potential likelihood of spot kicks to separate these two sides that just refuse to be separated in 2024. And thank you for rejoining us on the broadcast for the final phase of this one. We hope we will have a winner for you soon. Steve Curtin with you, and alongside me, welcome back to the broadcast position, Adam Sarakoglu.
Thank you, Stephen. Yes, it's been a good little sustained period now of no lightning strikes. It felt like it was building up for quite a while before Ross Clark did halt play. That was 4.5 minutes into the second period of extra time. The official time on the clock right now is 1:09:25 here on the scoreboard at Olympic Village. But teams, I'd call that nearly 10, maybe 15 minutes in, back in the rooms after Ross Clark did stop play. Some lightish rain currently falling over Olympic Village. The wind has definitely died down. It was a howling breeze toward the right of screen as you are watching us on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel for nearly all of the match up until now, but that has pretty much stopped dead, and we've just got some light rain falling at the moment as the two sides here go through some warm-ups. Haven't actually had the officials come back out just yet, just the two teams for the moment, so we may be still just in a little bit of limbo here, Stephen Curtin, because Ross Clark and his crew have not returned to the pitch.
That's right, and don't be fooled by the graphic on the screen. We have got around 10 minutes of playing time to go in this second stanza of extra time, as we see the unfortunate Sevit Nor, who scored one to remember tonight. He's being assisted by the aid of a walking stick as he's got a big bag of ice around that right ankle after suffering an injury in the second half, forcing him off the field.
It's going to put him in genuine doubt for the cup clash against Oakley on Wednesday.
Would fancy that he'll be out of the team for that one, and well, potentially next week as well if Heidelberg are to progress tonight. And if you're wondering the permutations for next weekend, if the Oakley Cannons win tomorrow, the winner of tonight's match will face South Melbourne next weekend. If Dandenong City wins tomorrow in the other elimination final, the winner of tonight's match will face Avondale. So we won't know tomorrow until tomorrow at around maybe 4:30, maybe later, who knows, as to who the winner of this match will be facing next week in the semi-finals. So Ross Clark's going to get us going again. Looking forward to the final 10 minutes or so, plus the potential of penalty kicks. Steve Curtin and Adam Sarakoglu with you for this elimination final that's opening the finals campaign for NPL Victoria season 2024 on the NPL Victoria live stream. Shout out to Raven behind the camera, who's doing a fantastic job in some of the most shocking conditions we've seen all season that have saved themselves up for this finals clash tonight. As Heidelberg look to switch play and attack down the left-hand side. This is Lesiotis. Now Shepherd in a good pocket of space here. This is Alice. Looking to float the cross in. And it's a good defensive header away by Harry Ashcroft. Here's Dom Fowler, the substitute. Alice again. Aydara. The two 34-year-olds combined. Aydara had his shirt tugged there by Umit Bozdowan. It's a good interception by Eze, who saw the pass that was quite telegraphed. Fedor Hadjic keeping it in play. Mazes on the far side. This is Fowler now. Heidelberg trying to break through this Hume City defence. Golevsky getting back to do the defensive duties. There's a... Couldn't clear the danger. Oshiang does. Puts it out in front of Josh Bingham. There's no one ahead of him, so he elects to just concede possession back to the Burgers.
So the delay was about 20 minutes in the end. We've now just got 9 remaining before we potentially decide this from the penalty spot. This is Aiden Fedorhajic. Aidara for Heidelberg United. Lesiotis and Collins now. Jamal Ali looking for some assistance potentially from Alice. He did cut inside. The help did come from Fella. Aidara may have had his shirt pulled by Oscar Carlson. Fedorhajic sending it wide now. And it's Asai Yokokawa who's dangerous from this set of range. Bosdawan got a boot in for Hume City. Lesiotis, can he guide it on through to Alice? Alice with no space. Fella again. Fedorhajic had the time and the patience to make his decision. Sent it centrally in the direction of Lesiotis. Here's Grove now, takes it away for Hume. Ochieng. Now, numbered in the end. Here's Kane Shepherd. Had 2 key chances early this evening. Did come on as a sub tonight. This is Dominic Fella. Ball incoming now. Comes back out to Lesiotis. Shepherd. The red wall too hard to penetrate here right now as it does finally come in, and it did get through. No one really touched it though. It's a Hume ball. We are down to 7 minutes remaining before we go to penalty kicks.
What a dangerous ball that was, flashing across the face. The Hume City penalty area. It just needed a touch from one of the Heidelberg attackers to give the Warriors the ascendancy again for the second time tonight. At the moment it remains locked at 1-1. Sevet Nor and Lloyd Isgrove the scorers. Is there going to be a hero to step up and announce themselves in the final 6 or 7 minutes before we go to the spot? It's getting slippery in those technical areas there too in front of us as we see David Chick forced to move his chair. Looks like it's a pile of mud just in front of his feet there as Lockie Weir just in front of him sends in the throw. Jamal Ali thought about sticking a leg out, but it went out of play, and it's going to be a Burgers throw back down into the players' race where the players disappeared to for a lightning break during the second period of extra time tonight. They're back out there now. We're going to have a winner tonight. Someone's going to continue to the semis next week. Someone's going home tonight. Their season will be over.
In the league at least, of course. Australia Cup action coming up midweek for these two. What a fascinating battle, not just tonight, but every single time these two meet in season 2024. And they've put on another outstanding show. A match that has had everything and may well come down to a shootout at the end. Jamal Ali here. And a match, Stephen Curtin, where both goalkeepers have really been called upon on a number of occasions and made some outstanding saves throughout the night. There were 2 really key chances early for Heidelberg United that Michael Weir was able to deny. And Yaron Souza, in that second half in particular, outstanding on a number of occasions.
It's been that kind of open game where you could almost have both goalkeepers in the votes. Kane Shepherd's been fouled here in a handy position for the Burgers. Really open game Speaking to a few fans and pundits here during that lightning break. Some saying not a game of the greatest quality, but certainly open and attacking football is being played by both sets of players tonight. We saw that in the end as we reached the 90-minute mark. Both sets of players looking to go for the winner rather than just trying to hold on and play for extra time or penalties. It's going to be Sean Ellis standing over the set-piece opportunity here. Michael Weir organising his wall. He's got 4 players in it. Ross Clark marching them back the required 10 yards. Big moment here for a big game player in Sean Ellis. He can score here. That would just about be good night and thank you for the Burgers. Michael Weir on his toes, guarding that left-hand side of his goal as we look at it. As Ellis lines up the free kick, and at full stretch, Michael Weir sees it flash past the post. Well, it wasn't far away as it skidded across the slippery turf and into the advertising hoardings from Sean Ellis. Big chance there for the Scotsman. Wasn't far away.
Starting to look like we're going to go the distance here tonight at Olympic Village. 3 minutes still to come. Spot in the final 4 in NPL Victoria up for grabs. Bingham was the one against Lesiotis, and then Isgrove came to the party as well. But Federhajic sent it wide, and they are out here at Heidelberg United. Shepherd. Alice. Jamal Ali. Fella. Gets it back from Lesiotis. Heidelberg content to just knock it around through to the 120. This is Aidan Federhajic. It was his hand that the ball hit inside the Heidelberg penalty box that led to the equalising goal from the spot from Lloyd Isgrove. Only 3 minutes out from the 90 to save Hume's season. We've got 2 minutes left here.
Well, Hume is sitting as deep as we've seen them sit all evening at the moment. Just offering up the Burgers plenty of time in possession as we tick towards penalty shootout between these two sides that have been inseparable. Knocked down by Mazes, and here's Shepherd facing forward. Leo Mazes again here, looking for options in that back post area. He's picked out Alice, who uses the chest, but unable to propel it into the path of Jamal Ali, who was advancing from right back. And such is the deep-lying nature of this Hume City structure now that players like Jamal Ali are easily able to push up and become auxiliary attackers in the final couple of minutes here of extra time. Second half extra time here. Heidelberg United in possession. Mazes has lost control of that one. Maybe that will give Hume City a sniff here. We are into the last minute. We fancy there's going to be an additional minute added on at the end of this 120. Fourth official, Ugo Arslan, about to hold the board aloft.
Alice with the ball over the top for Fella. Bingham gets in the way. There'll be one more additional minute added on after these next 20 seconds go by. Right now, Heidelberg looking the one more likely to potentially prevent that from happening. Michael Weir throws his considerable frame over the top of the ball here. And he's about to get to work in a penalty shootout, you feel. Both these teams in action midweek. That is something to keep in mind alongside the fact that one of them will be advancing into the second round of the finals in NPL Victoria. Here's Carlson. Is there one last chance here? Eze for Hume City. Carlson. There was no one back there. Bingham now cuts in. The challenge. Bingham, who is on a yellow card, is out of the game. That is a second yellow for Josh Bingham. And he no doubt was going to be one of the penalty takers here. Josh Bingham picks up a second yellow, Stephen Curtin, and he's out of the game.
Oh, the layers of drama in this game continue to pile up as Josh Bingham slid in for that challenge in what would have been about the last second before we go to the spot for the shootout. Bingham sent off. He takes the captain's armband off the bicep and hands it to Mark Oshieng. He's going to have to march down the tunnel here. And Hume are hoping to make a change before the penalty shootout takes place.
No, that's not going to happen now.
It's not going to be possible. Mehmet Yusel is stripped and ready to come on, but he's gone back to the bench to grab the jacket, and he's going to miss out on his opportunity to be involved in the shootout. Now, Josh Bingham has gone and sat on the subs bench, and as far as I understand, that is not within the rules. He needs to go down the tunnel. Nonetheless, we're going to continue here. Jamal Ali, last roll of the dice here before we go to the spot. Smacked forward by Ben Collins. He picks out Sean Ellis. It's a decent first touch. Can he get a tallying cross in here? This is Sean Ellis. He floats it into the danger area, and it's well held. Bounced in front of Michael Weir, and he had to be able to supply a good, confident pair of hands to claim that ball, which he did with the plum. And we are going to go to a shootout here at the end of 120 minutes. It's Heidelberg United 1, Hume City 1.
Wow. There are so many storylines that are emerging out of Olympic Village tonight. The injury to Sabit Nyor, who did score at the end of the first half. That looks like a relatively serious ankle injury. It is very well iced up right now. He's actually out there to support his teammates. And then right at the death, Josh Bingham is sent off with a second yellow card. And that may well have caused David Chick and his coaching staff to make an adjustment to the plan here for the shootout. The notebook is out with Craig Filer at the moment. We are going the distance in the opening game of the final series in NPL Victoria for season 2024, Stephen Curtin.
Well, Heidelberg United, they sat on that lead for a long time from Sabit Nyor until there was only about 4 minutes on the clock at the end of the 90. But as they did, the last time they played finals football, went all the way to a shootout against the Oakley Cannons at Jack Edwards Reserve 2 years ago after a match that finished 3-3. Just seen some lightning in the distance. Hopefully that's far away and not coming back to the venue. We do not need another lightning delay in the lead up to a penalty shootout. But both keepers you think will fancy themselves. Michael Weir takes up so much of the goal. Aaron Souza, he famously saved that penalty in the Australia Cup from Adam Lefondro when playing against Sydney FC, a previous edition of the Australia Cup. Both of these goalkeepers looking confident. Michael Weir already jumping on the spot, staring down the huddle of Heidelberg United players. The psych out has already commenced, you fancy. The Heidelberg players not interested in even having a glance in the direction of Big Mike, though, as Mark Oshieng goes over to decide who will take the first spot kick, as does Kane Shepherd, for the discussions with referee Ross Clark. Which end will that be taken from as well? Be taken into the breeze or against the breeze? You fancy they might be taken at the end closer to the club rooms, which would be our left of screen.
Looks like we're going to the southern end of the pitch here. Same spot from which Lloyd Isgrove did score, resulting in this 1-1 scoreline. Mark Oshieng and Kane Shepherd exchange a couple of pleasantries, and we get set for a penalty shootout. Who advances? Well, potentially takes on South or Avondale next week.
That's right, and the kids in the crowd are doing the traditional feature of these local venues, penalty shootouts, where they're going to follow the action. And they've been sold a bit of a furphy there because Yaron Souza started walking to the northern end goal. Kids all made the move. Now they're all making the pilgrimage to the southern end of the venue, Southern Road, the city end of the venue, the big scoreboard end to the right of screen here. Ross Clark with the ball in his hand. And it looks like Lloyd Isgrove, who's already been successful from the spot tonight, is going to step up and take the first spot kick here. So Hume City will have that advantage for what it's worth of taking the first shot. Heidelberg United with the right of reply. Yaron Souza over to take his place on the goal line to try and block this penalty kick from Lloyd Isgrove. It was a cool, calm and collected shot by Isgrove on 86 minutes to level things up under huge pressure. He's going to have an awfully long wait once again for the second time tonight before he takes this spot kick. He's going to receive the ball from referee Ross Clark. So these two sides so hard to find a winner tonight, as we thought it could go down to the wire. It well and truly has. And it's going to be decided in the cruelest of fashion from the penalty spot. And it's going to be Lloyd Isgrove versus Yaron Souza for the second time tonight, but the first time in the shootout. And the wait for Lloyd Isgrove has been interminable. But he will now get the referee's whistle. Ross Clark sounds the whistle, and Isgrove fires it. First time he went to the right, and that time he went to the left. Send Yaron Souza the wrong way. And it's the best possible start for Hume City. They lead the shootout by 1-0 after the first kick. And it's going to be striding forward now is Ben Collins, the central defender, who's no stranger to getting himself on the score sheet from open play. 4 goals across all competitions this season.
Michael Weir in absolutely no rush yet.
Thought Michael Weir had gone for a bathroom break. He disappeared out of sight.
As well.
And he's just taking as long as he can here to delay the take from Ben Collins. As he places it on the spot now. Ross Clark sends Michael Weir over to the goal line. So the left-footed approach of Ben Collins to make it 1-1 in the shootout. And it's classy enough from Collins off the underside of the crossbar. And there's appeals here from the Hume City players. Some of the coaching staff as well. And if I'm perfectly honest, I'm not sure what has taken place there. Well, it has been, you guessed it, the drink bottle's been thrown over the fence. Michael Weir's gone to fetch it. He's actually left the field of play and jumped the fence to go and get it. A spectator's handed it back to him as he places it on the edge of the penalty area. Well, drama in the shootout here. It's 1-1. That might not have been picked up on the camera. So Michael Weir running and jumping the fence, fetching the bottle himself.
Oh boy.
Just another layer of drama. We just keep stacking him up tonight.
Fletcher McFarlane up next for Hume City. Lloyd Isgrove and Ben Collins getting the job done so far in this shootout. One back his starting spot in the lineup tonight. Fletcher McFarlane against Yaron Souza. And Souza! He's been doing it all night long, and he denies Fletcher McFarlane. Advantage, Heidelberg United.
Oh, what a good save. Guessed the right way. Waited for McFarlane to make the movement. Read the early movements and it's equal to the attempt. parrying it away.
Kane Shepherd up next. Can he capitalise? Kane Shepherd, he can. And Heidelberg United take the lead here. 2 kicks down for each, and Heidelberg United has the advantage. As Josh Galevsky now comes to the plate for Hume City.
Josh Galevsky, the pressure mounts on the young Hume City attacker. It's 2-1 in the shootout. Galevsky to make it 2-2 here against Yaron Souza. He makes no mistake. What a great shot from Galevsky. Made Souza commit, and then he just placed it down the middle of the goal. So the perfect response for Hume City. What would be even better for the boys from Broadmeadows is if Michael Weir can save this attempt from Aiden Federhajic. 2-2 in the shootout, but the Burgers with a shot in hand. Both central defenders stepping up for the Burgers. Federhajic puts it away. It's 2 from 2 for the boys from the back line for the Burgers. And they lead the shootout by 3-2 now after 3 attempts each.
Adds to the pressure for Hume City. Harry Ascroft, speaking of defenders, will be up next. I do wonder if Josh Bingham was part of the plan here. He was sent off right at the end of extra time and will not take part here. It's Harry Ascroft versus Yaron Souza. And Ascroft gets it done. And we're back square. You can cut it with a knife detention here right now at Olympic Village. Anthony Theodoropoulos was subbed in very late by Johnny Anastasiadis. And here is the chance to re-establish a lead for Heidelberg United. And Michael Weir gets it done! Just as Yaron Souza did at the right post. And we're back level in the shootout.
Big Mike came up big there when he needed to. And now the opportunity is Lockie Weir. So Michael with the big save. Can Lockie execute the finish here? It's Lockie Weir from the spot. Absolute perfection. Wonderful from Weir. He puts Hume back in front. So pressure here on Sean Ellis, who needs to score here. The experience, legend of the club. He scored in the Australia Cup recently against the treble-winning Mariners. Can he get the job done here? Sean Ellis tucks it away. Was there ever any doubt? Sends Michael Weir the wrong way. And we're locked at 4-4. And we still can't separate these two sides, Adam.
We haven't been able to all season long. It's Mark Otcheng, who's up next for Hume City. ever reliable. Heart and soul sort of player for Hume City. Looking to give them a lead here in the shootout. And he does. And all the pressure goes on to Mohamed Aidara now for Heidelberg United to keep their NPL Victoria season alive. This needs to get past Michael Weir and into the back of the net. If Heidelberg United's NPL Victoria season is to continue. Mohamed Aidara here. Weir saves it! And Hume advances! Hume City into the Final Four! Michael Weir! The hero for Hume City!
Well, take a moment, Hume City fans, to drink this in. Well and truly, the goalkeeping hero is Michael Weir with 2 big stops in the shootout. They get over the line when they were against all the odds. They were almost eliminated, 4 minutes to go in regular time, and they were trailing this match. They had the advantage of going first in the shootout, and they took full advantage. What a fantastic performance. They win the shootout 5-4, and congratulations to Hume City, who advance into the semi-finals of the NPL Victoria competition, and they will take on either South Melbourne or Avondale next weekend. And Heidelberg United, who've made this venue a fortress all season, taste defeat on their home turf in the most obscure fashion, a penalty shootout after a match where we saw a lightning delay in extra time. It's after 11:15 here, local time in Melbourne. A crazy night of NPL Victoria football that hasn't disappointed the neutrals that have tuned in, but it has disappointed the Heidelberg United fans who can't believe what they've seen here tonight.
There is some silver lining. A cup run still at play. They'll go to the home of the Matildas on Wednesday to take on Oakley in the rounds of 16. Of course, Hume also still in the Australia Cup as well. They'll host FC Melbourne Serbia on Tuesday. But Stephen Curtin, what a night. It had literally everything.
That's right.
Literally everything.
It had the weather, it had car, it even had the crazy send-off to Josh Bingham as well. He'll be unavailable after being sent off in the last seconds of extra time in this match. But it was the travelling supporters as well. They got in behind the goal and cheered their boys in red, the red and white army, getting behind their team on enemy territory here tonight. They came out after the rain delay. Heidelberg United held the ascendancy in those final few minutes after the players came out. They had to warm up again after being off the pitch for 15 minutes as the lightning came down here at Heidelberg West, and they battened down the hatches. They sat in a deep defensive block. They held on for penalties, and then they won the penalties. A fantastic performance. Michael Weir, the goalkeeping hero tonight, with 2 penalty saves. Yaron Souza made a good stop against one of Hume City's attempts, but it was the visiting side, Hume City, who come here and they finally get their win against Heidelberg United after 6 attempts, 3 wins to the Burgers and 3 draws in their last 6 meetings. They don't get it in normal time, they don't get it in extra time, but they do get it in penalties. And congratulations to Hume City, David Chick and their side. And we can't wait to see what they can offer up next weekend in a semi-final. And we will mention that again. If the Oakley Cannons win against Dandenong City tomorrow, Hume City will face South Melbourne next weekend. If Dandenong City can cause the upset against the Oakley Cannons tomorrow, Hume City will face Avondale next weekend. Check your local guides for those fixtures. And of course, get out to Jack Edwards Reserve to catch that game at 2:15 tomorrow, the Oakley Cannons and Dandenong City. And if you can't be there, you can catch it on the NPL Victoria live stream from the comfort of your own home. What better way to spend a Saturday afternoon, Adam Sarakoglu?
Yeah, this is just a warm-up. We've still got so much more to come in NPL Victoria. What a night. What a win for Hume. And now we look forward to that game tomorrow, Oakley versus Dandenong City. Cannot wait, Stephen Curtin.
Well, thanks for your company tonight. The viewer at home, whether you've been tuning in Melbourne and further afield, we hope you've enjoyed this contest. Big thanks. Brumman behind the camera, you've done excellent tonight. Rain, hail and shine. Not so much shine, but certainly rain, wind and lightning and thunder as well. It's been fantastic to be working alongside you this evening as well. So big thanks to everyone tuning in at home again. Big thanks to you, Adam Sarakoglu. It's been great to work with you again tonight, and we've spent quite a few hours out here at Olympic Village, so it might be time for us to head home. We thank you for your company. Look forward to bringing more football to you during the NPL Victoria final system, and it's a very good evening from Olympic Village, where after a 1-1 draw at the end of 120 minutes, it's Hume City that triumph 5-4 on spot kicks. They progress to the semi-finals. Good evening.